Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Colorado High School 5A playoffs. Tonight's matchup is the Eaglecrest Raptors, the number 14 team in the state, at Highlands Ranch Stadium at Redstone Park. Try saying that 15 times fast. Against the undefeated Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. I am Jeremy Goldson. Alongside me from your left to right are Will Nugent, Alex Davis, and Miles Clark as we get ready for this broadcast. The Golden Eagles coming off of a second consecutive undefeated regular season. They are the number 3 team in 5A. They've not played the most demanding schedule, but they've also really trampled everybody in their path. Fellas, what's Mountain Vista got to worry about?
Eaglecrest's rushing game is borderline unstoppable, over 250 yards a game, and their pass attack is not awesome. Sophomore quarterback Will Brinkman has more interceptions than touchdowns this year, but he is a threat to run, averaging over 70 yards per game in the running category. And the Eaglecrest run game, it's going to be kind of a blowout. And the same goes, though, for Eaglecrest on the other side. If they can stop Brooklyn Bailey and Marquise Reese from getting that connection, Mountain Vista's running game has not been awesome this year, and so that's something to look out for tonight.
So the Golden Eagles don't run it very much, Alex. They are a much more pass-heavy team than the group we saw last year. Is it working for them?
I'd say it's working for him, but I would say one name to watch out on the Eaglecrest is Javon Jones. He has 7.5 sacks this year, 18.5 quarterback hurries, and 18.5 tackles for loss. So he's a guy that's been a beast up front. I'd say they're probably going to run a lot of blitzes. I haven't hardly seen anybody blitz Marquise Reese this year. I'd say this Vista offensive line is a little bit underrated, but they haven't been tough tested on the pressure. Valor pressured them a lot, but then they laid back in the second half, and that's when the deep balls were stopped by Vista in the fourth quarter. So if you go back in coverage, then I would say the issue that happens is you're not going to be able to produce much if you have a lot of guys in coverage and shut down Marquise. But if the pocket is clean, I would say Marquise and the Eagles can just drive through and roll through. That's a great observation. We haven't seen a lot of teams that challenge Mountain Vista physically up front or that are as athletically can run with the Golden Eagles this year. Mountain Vista's defense has been incredible as well. You look at that score, you look at the schedule, and they are beating teams a lot to 7, a lot to 10, and they have made a habit this year of really blowing teams out in the first half. As an offense, we know Eaglecrest can run the ball. What are they going to do to keep this game close? I would say one thing to keep it close is Eaglecrest, they can do what Thunderbirds did. It was 40-0, and Vista got the clock running with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I would say the one thing is Thunderbirds, they just ran the football a lot. And Eaglecrest, they have a good running game. The last time Vista faced a good running team was Valor and Liberty, and they got over 200 rushing yards against us in both games. And that's something to where if our defensive line gets tired, that's a big thing. If your defensive line gets tired, they're tired down the front 7. I'd say that's when Eaglecrest can start really passing the football against us, and then the secondary is just going to be tough.
And speaking on that too, I think if Bryce Bolton can get going on the inside today,
that's a Mountain Vista defensive play.
Yes, on Mountain Vista's D line, I think Eaglecrest's inside pass protection has not been awesome this year, and I think if Bryce can get in there and hopefully disrupt some runs and pressure the quarterback, that'll be huge, especially to open up Adrian Lee too, and just let's see what we can get going on the defensive line and see if we can get to the quarterback and get to the running back in the backfield, get some tackles for loss, and make Eaglecrest throw the ball, because they have struggled all year throwing the ball. And so I think that's what Vista needs to do, is force them to make a mistake.
All of us are football fans at every level, and we always talk in the NFL and in college football the importance of the bye. Miles, Alex, Mountain Vista had a week off last week. Eaglecrest had a tough game that they ended up winning pretty convincingly in the first round, but are we going to see a more spry, a more rested, a more ready Mountain Vista team?
I mean, there's an argument that a bye can slow a team down, especially a red hot team like Mountain Vista, but the way that they've played football this year, it's just they're dominating at every game they play, and I don't think there is anything that can slow down the Mountain Vista offense, in my opinion. I mean, realistically, this game tonight is going to come down to Mountain Vista's offense versus Eaglecrest's defense, Like, if Eaglecrest can contain them and hold them, then it's like they've at least got a shot in this game. But if Mountain Vista does what they've done against every other opponent, I mean, the least amount of points they scored this year was 38 points, which is like that's unbelievable. And they're getting 50 points.
And unbelievably explosive in terms of creating turnovers, and they can score a lot of points in a hurry. Want to talk about the other teams, the other 7 games in the state today for a second, but my question for you is, gentlemen, for you is, what is going to make this season a success for Mountain Vista? How much pressure is this team on as the playoffs begin in earnest for them?
Well, I mean, last year you saw the team that they went into the playoffs and they were one of the favorites. It was
they were number 1 seed.
It was almost certainly going to be Vista versus Creek, and at some point in the round of 8, they had all the momentum and the lights went out, and you can say anything you want to say about that, but they ended up losing to Fairview in a game that they very much should have won.
I don't think I can say anything I want to say about that because this is a family program.
And it was a bummer last year for sure, but I think the pressure is now on this team, and it's on Coach Garrett Looney as well too. They have to get through these next 2 or 3 games for sure, and they want. Ultimately, the goal is to win the state championship.
So the season's a success if they make the state semifinals, 1 round past last year, the farthest they've ever done. Or the season a success only if they get to the state championship game.
In my eyes, the season would be a success if they made it to the semifinals, but I don't think that's how the team sees it.
That's not the way they see it.
I think Looney sees anything other than a state championship this year as a failure, and I think that's kind of how the entire team feels.
So I would say one thing for Vista, you're glad you got the 3rd seed. I mean, you don't have to face Valley, you don't have to face Legend. But you're starting...
And you don't have to face those fellas in the red and blue who haven't lost in, I don't know, our lifetime.
Yeah, but here's the issue. I would say, as you get into the semifinals, now we could look ahead, great. We could see an upset of Arvada West and Grandview. That's the game that's been talked about, that Grandview could pull off the upset. That's probably one of the games that everyone's going to be like, that could be the biggest upset. But then here's the thing. If you play Grandview, then you have Ralston Valley. They have a good QB, Gatorade finalist.
Very well-coached team. They came here 2 years ago and really slowed down what Mountain Vista was trying to do.
And you have to figure out, schematically, Ralston has a big defense. They're defensive powered. Vista's kind of defensive powered. I'd say there's a mixture of both. It all depends on how the mixture fits together.
Right.
But the issue, I'd say, is Coach Looney, he doesn't really care much about time of possession. He doesn't care. He just cares about getting an extra 6 on the board plus 1, and that's a 7.
Right.
That's all he cares about. And I think that's when you got to get in the playoff football. That's when the extra points really matter. That's when you're controlling the clock, sustaining clock management. That's the biggest thing I think that Vista needs to work on for these playoffs.
So Mountain Vista versus Eaglecrest coming up here in a little bit right here on Vista Now. There are 7 other games tonight. We're just going to we'll mention the Cherry Creek Fountain Fort Carson game today. Fountain Fort Carson, those kids play really hard, but this is a Cherry Creek team that is one of the best high school football teams in the history of Colorado. Number 2 seed Ralston Valley. They have
Fort Collins. They got Fort Collins.
No, they have Columbine. That might be the most interesting game of all.
I mean, Columbine seeded up. They're get it going. Columbine made a comeback. They started off 0-3, and now they've made a comeback. Now they're 5-5. They've made a comeback, and I actually, you know what? 2 upsets that I think might happen. I'm calling Grandview, Arvada West upset. Probably Ralston.
Will you quit banging the desk? The microphone doesn't like you when you do that.
You don't need to force an upset. Ralston Valley will roll through Columbine, and I actually think that Arvada West will roll through Grandview too. The game that I'm actually most interested in is Mullen Pine Creek.
That's the 7-10, right?
Yes, and I think that if there's any team that could pull off an upset tonight, it is Mullen. The 10-seeded Mullen team faces the 7-seeded Pine Creek team, and I think Mullen is they're hot. They've played some good teams this year. They've lost some close games. I think Mullen is a team to be really scared of going forward, and I think Pine Creek's got to have a tough challenge.
And Pine Creek's had a really interesting season because everybody they've played that is statistically or algorithmically better than them they've lost to, and everybody below them they've beaten handily. I don't think anybody knows their level. So Pine Creek and Mullen is the 7-10. We talked about 6-11 is Arvada West and Grandview. It's always exciting to see Arvada West good at football. Those folks like They like their football in Arvada. The number 5 seed is Valor Christian, and they have Fort Collins, and it'll be a really interesting matchup. I mean, Valor, from a sheer talent perspective on paper, might be the second best team in the state.
For sure, I think Valor wins handily tonight. I don't see Fort Collins coming down here and getting much going against this Valor team. I think that's a game that Valor handles, and they're already looking on to next week.
And then the one game we haven't talked about is the number 4 seed Legend, who has maybe the most exciting offensive player in the state in DJ Bordeaux, quarterback, outstanding, tremendous football player.
The Boston College.
Yeah, and they, at halftime, we'll take a look, by the way, at some of the top players in the state of Colorado. They've got a matchup then against the number 13 seed, which is Erie.
Erie, they started off, I would say, a bit slow. Like, they started off 2-2, and then they won 5 straight games in a row. Then they were 7-2, and then they lost their last game of the year. Then now they're 6-4 on the years. They won 4 straight. They had a winning streak happening. So then they were ranked in the top 5 for 1 week in CHSAA, and then they moved down all the way to 15.
Is Legend underseeded? Or are they 4? Legend's 4, right? Are they underseeded at 4? I mean, the only teams they had were the 3 10-0 teams.
I don't think that there's anybody I think they're pretty properly seeded. The only thing I could say is maybe I think Valor beats them next week.
Miles?
I think Valor beats Legend.
I think Legend is good, but they've had a few big hiccups this year, including that Arvada West game that went to overtime, and I think they lost that game.
Arvada West really good.
Yeah, but that was a game that Legend should have won probably 9 times out of 10. I mean, they had that game, but I agree with Will. I think that Legend doesn't make it past the quarterfinals round. I think Valor will take care of business again.
All right. Just because people want to know, what's your pick for tonight's game? Mountain Vista versus Eaglecrest. What's your score, Miles?
My score? I think Mountain Vista's offense will keep up. I think they'll put up another 50 spot, probably 53 points. They'll probably give up about 17, so I'll go 53-17.
Alex?
I'd say this is pretty much... It might be a shootout, but I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be defensive battle in the beginning. I feel like that's what's going to be like the Thunder Ridge game, maybe like 15-0 at halftime. I'd say probably my final score prediction, and this is going to turn it on late. I think Vista's going to score 48. I think it's going to be 48-10, Mountain Vista. I think they're just going to dominate, but they're going to start slow. They've been off a bye, so I think that's why they're going to probably start slow, but then they're going to build things up and ramp things up again.
Well,
Vista 45-17, not much to say there. I think Eaglecrest gets some run game going, but I don't think this game's going to be close.
All right, thanks for watching. The coin toss, the national anthem, and then kickoff coming up after this. I look forward to talking to you guys next week. This is Jeremy Goldson, Will Nugent, Alex Davis, Miles Clark, and you're watching Vista Now. It's time for some football.
Welcome back to Vista Now's coverage of the round of 16 CHSAA 5A State Football Playoffs. Tonight's game between the 14-seed Eaglecrest Raptors and the 3-seed Mountain Vista Golden Eagles should be a fun one. I'm Liam Hogan. Alongside me tonight is Sam Dursteller and JT Balsarak. We have what should be a very exciting game for you tonight. Eaglecrest coming into this game with a 7-4 record. Last week they beat Legacy High to earn their spot in this game 32-10. However, a great challenge tonight will be the powerhouse Mountain Vista Golden Eagles as a perfect 10-0 with a bye week last week. They are well rested and should be ready to go tonight. It should be an interesting battle between Coach Garrett Looney's Golden Eagles and Coach Jesse German's Raptors.
Yes, Liam. Eaglecrest will... Good shot. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, really fun for him tonight. Going to be a really good run game from Eaglecrest. Not only that, but he averages 60, and their top running back is averaging 72 yards a game, Sam. So as a rushing team, they are definitely much more consistent than the Golden Eagles. I think we are going to throw it down to Alex Davis for the rest of the pregame.
I'm Alex Davis here at Vista Now. We're coming to you live here at Highland Stadium at Redstone Park here. Let's get into our games around the state as our first playoff game in the round of 16 has just started. Grandview Arvada West, and right now in the fourth quarter, 18-8, Arvada West is leading. But as we get into this Mount Vista versus Eaglecrest game, this game is going to show importance for Mount Vista, as last year they had a bye week, and this year they have another bye week. Vista's fresh off a bye, as Eaglecrest is off a fresh win off 32-10 off Legacy. As Mount Vista, as they look into this game, Marquise Reese has 41 touchdown passes, over 2,700 yards passing, 5 interceptions, over 200 yards passing. Marquise Reese has been an exit QB, Gatorade Final Player of the Year, and same with Brooklyn Bailey. That's another player to watch out for Mount Vista. Over 1,000 yards receiving, 20 touchdowns, and he's a defensive threat with 3 interceptions this season and multiple tackles. That's another player to watch out in this game. But on Eaglecrest side of the ball, watch out for Javon Jones, defensive edge rusher, 7.5 sacks and 18.5 tackles for loss, and 10 quarterback hurries. That's a lethal threat on the defensive side of the ball for Eaglecrest. And their quarterback for Eaglecrest has shown good sparks, but he's thrown a lot of interceptions this year. He's thrown 10 interceptions this year to 8 passing touchdowns. That's something to watch out for in this game. Another thing to talk about too in this game, that Vista's fresh off a bye. They could start off slow. That's something I'm here to tell you. And to slow it down, Vista might be a little bit slow in the first quarter. That's something to watch out here if you're looking at home. But Eaglecrest, they might start off a little bit hot. They just came off a 32-10 win off Legacy. That's something I'm interested to look into. I feel like Vista is going to dominate this game. My score prediction is 48-10. I think Mount Vista has got this game. And as we're getting ready for more festivities that coming up here on Vista Now, as we're getting ready for Eaglecrest versus Mount Vista, number 3 versus the number 13 seed. Back to you, Sam.
Already back up here in the booth, Liam Hogan, Sam Derschiller, JT Balsarak here for this round of 16 CHSAA game. Cool fun facts for you. I mean, not really fun facts, more just statements. Eaglecrest, the last 5 years in the playoffs. Obviously, 2020, both teams had no playoffs because of COVID. And then they went 1-9. 2021 missed playoffs. And they've been slowly working their way back up ever since. 2022 lost to Fountain Fort Carson in the first round. 2023 lost to Legacy in the first round. 2024 lost to Regis in the first round. 2025, they beat Legacy in the first round. First round win in, I believe, 9 years for Eaglecrest. So pretty substantial stuff, and it's hard to run into a team like Mountain Vista after getting your first win in the first round in a while. Golden Eagles, 2021, beat Legacy, lost to Creek, lost to Rocky Mountain in the first round of 2022. 2023, lost to Castleview, lost to Creek. And 2024, beat Fossil Ridge, lost to Fairview. Last year, bye week, and then lost to Fairview, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, that was unfortunate. One of the weirdest games, I think, ever in sports history. A power outage here at, what's it called now? Highlands Ranch Stadium at Redstone Park. Sorry. Halftime help, as it was back in the day. Eaglecrest last week, very consistent. They came into the playoffs as superior underdogs compared to Legacy and almost every other team. I think they were the 22nd or 23rd seed. Only behind them is Fountain Fort Carson, and they got, I believe, mauled, unfortunately. So that was good for them. They beat, wrong stats. And then they made it all the way to the quarterfinals. Oh, this is not it either. What do you think, Dersh? I'll cut to you. Can't read.
Yeah, well, tonight it's all about these two teams, and for Vista, they've been so dominant all year long, and they've continued that dominance. Of course, that rocky first game against Liberty Patriots from California for the first game, that was a little bit of a scare, and then they really turned it around, dominating both teams on both offense and defense. It's going to be a really, really tough task for Eaglecrest to overcome this, but it's the playoffs, and if you treat this like March Madness with how many seeds there are, there's bound to be an upset, and this could be a trap game. but Mountain Vista should know better, and they've been preparing for this, especially after that bye week. They're definitely well rested and prepared for tonight's game.
We saw it last year with Fairview and the power outage. Physically and literally, anything could happen in tonight's football game. The power could go out again. Knock on wood, obviously. Don't want to see that, and I do not want to move stadiums again this year. But yeah, anything can happen. Playoff football is different than regular season football. Everyone wants it just a little bit more. And I think it comes down to maybe Eaglecrest throws the ball more tonight. Their backup quarterback throws for unbelievable amounts of yards. She has a 74-yard touchdown that won them a game earlier this season. We could see him more in action if they notice how the run game is going to eventually get stopped by this Vista defensive line.
Yeah, well, if you're Mountain Vista, you're expecting Eaglecrest to go ahead and run the ball like they've been doing all season. If they throw up the pass game there, it could really complicate Vista's defense, which could definitely be a good wild card for tonight's game. I also want to point out, speaking of the power outage last year, and the year, I believe that was 2 years previous, there was a snow game in the playoffs, which I happened to be on that broadcast. Point is that it was just the unfortunate circumstances of having to play in the snow, and we weren't used to that whatsoever. As we see Eaglecrest coming onto the field here, they got themselves a little bit of a crowd.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised in preparation for this game when I was taking my notes, watching warm-ups, etc. They had a good amount of people file in, not just, parents, grandparents, people here to watch their children or friends play, but a lot of students actually made the drive from Eaglecrest all the way down here to Highlands Range Stadium, and I was quite surprised. I didn't think they would have a big turnout, but it's good. I like when other teams show up. I think the most fun games are when you have two student sections battling alongside two football teams. We go back to that Valor game. Student sections might not have a huge influence on the game, especially in high school, but I think it made an impact. We sold out their visitor section. They sold out their crowd for homecoming, and it was a dogfight, 38-36.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And also, this is the playoffs, too. Eaglecrest wants to see their team upset one of the top teams in the state. They want to see this upset happen.
I kind of wish I was at their game last week, Sam, as they made a not so far travel to Legacy. However, I feel like if they're showing all the way up out here, I would love to see their student section last week for a game that was must win to earn their spot in a game like this. And I think they deserve to be here. I think a lot of teams are underlooking, all the teams that won. And when I filled out my high school bracket this week, folks, I had every single 1 through 8 seed that got a bye winning in the second round, as I feel most people would. What was your bracket looking like? How'd you stack up teams that had to play in the first round versus teams who had a bye?
Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of the top 8 teams are really, really stacked and powerhouse teams. It makes it really difficult for these, deep seeds to make a big run. But it's the playoffs. Anything can happen. We see upsets all the time. Like we saw 7-seeded Fairview, I believe, upset us last year, and they didn't have a first-round bye, and we did, and those teams were undefeated, and that came to an end in a game we did not expect. Just really excited for tonight's game. We've been prepping for this game for about 2 weeks now, to say the least, after the regular season ended. So I'm as pumped as you are, Liam.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be alongside two phenomenal commentators and a great crew. We had this broadcast just set up so early. Not a very common thing here at Vista now. We usually slack, and if you've watched any broadcasts this season so far, I'm sure you've noticed we have audio issues, camera issues, coloring issues.
And we apologize for all that as well. We try our best not to have those issues, but tonight it's looking great.
Yeah, I already knocked on wood for a good football game, but I'm going to knock on wood again for a better broadcast, as we would love to bring this game live here from Highlands Range Stadium to your house, your car, wherever you are viewing this game, and we thank you for tuning in. For now, we're going to cut to the national anthem.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Highlands Range Stadium in Redstone for tonight's second round action of the Colorado High School Varsity Football Playoffs. Our visitors tonight, representing the Centennial League, the number 14 seed. Please welcome the Raptors from Eaglecrest High School. And representing the Continental League, the number 3 seed, undefeated Mountain Vista Gold! At this time, could we please get everyone to stand, remove your caps, and honor America in the singing of our national anthem tonight, being sung by Mountain Vista student Addie Williams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Addie Williams.
Alrighty, game time here from Highlands Ranch Stadium. I am fired up. Vista will receive first, so I thought one of the key factors would be if Eaglecrest elects to receive the ball, if they won the coin toss, which they did not. I was thinking maybe like Vista goes out with like a cover 3 safety blitz or like a hard blitz situation just to contain that run game, and Eaglecrest just fires one. Like they just go deep ball for a shot, but we're not going to see that because we are going to get to see the Golden Eagles offense.
Well, you know, this is
In action.
This is interesting that Vista decided to receive the kickoff first. It's because they want.
What is that formation? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm hoping they spread out. Okay, sorry. Continue.
It was like they were lining up for a snap. That was hilarious. I'm saying Vista decided to receive this kickoff simply for the fact that they start this game off strong. They want to score the opening touchdown first and put some emphasis onto this playoff game.
I think, like, if we're really talking about strong starts, if you think back to Valor last season right here, the very first play of the game was a Austin Majeski deep ball to Bryce Bailey. I was actually watching that game back earlier to figure out what I could do better as a broadcaster, but more importantly, the Golden Eagles they fired instantly, and I thought that was a really crucial part. I mean, they took control of the game so fast, and then they forced a 3-and-out from Valor. So we're going to see Betts snapping back to Marquise Reese for the first play of the game. We're looking at trips right, snaps back. Marquise holds. Gets himself some room, throws it downfield. Short, but incomplete. Going for Bentley on the reception there, a little 25-yard pass, and he couldn't get his hands around it.
Yeah, and I mean, despite the amount of time Marquise Reese had in the pocket there, he still threw that ball behind. And if Luke Bentley's running a go route there, he should be throwing it over like a lob pass, but instead he threw it behind him, and there it caused an incompletion. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now.
I think Eaglecrest was really ready for that one too, Sam. I mean, Luke was slightly open. I wouldn't say he was the safest option, but considering how much time he had, I don't mind his route. One in the backfield, 2 on the left. Betts back to Reese. Well, handoff play to, I believe, Callister. and that'll be good for about 3 yards. And, I mean, coming out firing is a strong thing, but I think getting yards early is even stronger, Sam.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, this is way, way different than how we've seen Vista's offense all season. Usually they're just able to either run the ball or pass the ball real quickly for a first down. But right now, Eaglecrest's defense has been really imposing so far. They've been doing a really good job, as that was a 3-yard run. Good stop there on defense.
Reese holds. He'll elect to go himself this time. Flag on the play. No, he won't. He'll throw it downfield, and it will be caught by Sammy Brown. And it will be good for a first down as long as the flag isn't on Vista.
Pass complete that time.
Holding on the offense, so will not be. It was a good play. I didn't mind his hesitation on the run there. I think it was a good pass to Sam. I think they're giving him too much time in the pocket, and he's overthinking his plays.
Yeah, and I mean, just unfortunate for Mountain Vista that first down has to be turned backwards into a holding call. Now it's 3rd and 17, I believe. It's just very, very far for Vista to overcome, and usually they're good at converting these during the game, but Eaglecrest has been looking really strong so far, so I'm curious to see what happens here.
Yeah, and I mean, that Eaglecrest defense is absolutely star-studded. They've only allowed 10.3 points on average across their 11 games this season, so I think they're going to be a real threat. Reese in the pocket, doesn't have much time, gets out of 2 sacks, keeps scrambling. They will finally track him down, though, and that will be Zane Jackson with the sack, holding the Golden Eagles from anything here on this first drive, and for the first time tonight, and a very rare Golden Eagle punt.
Yeah, and really surprising that Vista's O-line did not hold up there. I mean, Reese got pressured at least 3 times, and he was lucky enough to break those first 2 tackles, but that last tackle there by Jackson, it was going to get him.
I mean, yeah, O-line just, I think, playing a little timid last, especially after the holding call. Don't want to get pushed even further back on another 3rd down situation where they're kind of just forced to get rid of it. Good little punt from Dunbar there, and it will make its way all the way to the 45 where it will be picked up, and the Golden Eagles will hold him right down to the 49. If forward motion applies, which it should, I believe they will be smack dead in the middle of the field at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and that one was returned by Clyde Sorrell on that one, so good, solid return. Also, I'm pretty surprised by Dunbar. Usually Vista throws in that punter set, they can run fakes, but they didn't do that this time. It's especially that deep in their own territory, you cannot go for a fake there. Good, solid punt there by Dunbar. It seems like he's been practicing that.
Oh, for sure. I think they've used him a few times this year, considering the more schedule strength we've had, and obviously the less talent we gained compared to last season. But we were going to see this offense thrive for the first time. We're going to see 2 in the backfield, and I believe it is Clyde. He'll hand it off, and it'll be good for 4 yards. That was Jet Green on the carry. Sorry, Josiah Asibe. Thank you, Mr. Tingstrom. I appreciate it. Not bad. I mean, this is what we knew was going to come out into this game. Just running. I thought we were going to see the first one from Brinkman, to be honest, because he contains the ball a lot, but this 2 in the backfield, no pass option type of style is going to be a lot, and I think, I mean, look how much the Golden Eagles are pressing here, Sam.
Yeah, they want to set this intensity with the blitz.
It'll be handed off again this time. That time will be Clyde Sorrell. Clyde Sorrell, definitely one of the better running backs in the state. I believe he ranks top 10. He has 103 carries for 504 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. I think what we see from this Eaglecrest offense is similar to what I would say happens on the Eagles offense in the pros. I don't know if they're tush pushing, but it seems like a lot of touchdowns from Brinkman are taken from the 10 and in. He'll take it himself this time, and he will get the first down. Golden Eagles will finally get him down. I believe Caden Gracia and a couple others were there for support. He is a big boy, though. Brinkman is a unit, and he actually has pretty good speed for someone of his size.
Yeah, not to mention he has 11 rushing touchdowns on the season, and that's for a quarterback. That's like having Lamar Jackson or Justin Fields out there in the backfield, just a very athletic quarterback. I also want to point out on that 3rd down, Eaglecrest sideline was really, really pumped for that.
They are rowdy,
yeah,
man.
they have a different intensity today, and I don't think Vista was prepared for it as Eaglecrest picks up the first down there.
I mean, we mentioned it just in the pregame. Playoff football, anything really happens. And I think the Golden Eagles are going to struggle to find gaps in this run play. Hand it off once again. Asabe, he'll get pushed back a little bit, but there will be a flag. I believe it was Majeski that just absolutely threw him to the ground. Wasn't a little bit late. I think he was just a tad down. But Eaglecrest, I mean, we knew they were going to run the ball, but their O-line is holding up strong.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 to 4 yard runs, they're going to add up enough for a first down. I mean, they only need 10 yards. So if I'm Eaglecrest, I'm loving this right now, especially since they're just picking apart Mountain Vista's run defense, especially since they've ran it every play, and Vista has no answer so far.
Face mask on Caden Gracia leads to another Eaglecrest first down. I mean, yeah, they are adding up, and they're adding up fast. I believe they've only had their longest rush being 5 yards, and now we're on first down number 2, and we're 20 out. And the Golden Eagles really don't have a solution for it. Their O-line's holding well. I think it's hard for them to find a gap to stop this early, and I think all 4 of those yards are just going to keep pushing and pushing, and the Golden Eagles are going to have to come out firing next on offense. We're going to see they're going to throw Sterling DeFore out for a little pass option, but they won't use him, and that will be Sorrell once again on the carry. Eaglecrest, I mean, they have almost zero diversity in their play calling, and it works. It's fun to watch, man. Like, I think it's creative when teams are throwing, you know, different halfback stuff and QB options, pass options, everything like that, throwing the ball, running the ball. But this is a fun team to watch. I mean, it's good when you can see a team that can run the same play every time and they always have progress. Garcia snaps back. Another handoff. Nothing surprising there. This time it was Asabe on the run. So I think they have a pattern. I think it's going to be it'll be Sorrell, Asabe, and then Brinkman. They're just going to keep cycling maybe those 3 in a row.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, you know, you kind of see this kind of playbook style from like when a small FCS school takes on like Georgia as an example. You see a lot of those, you know, mixing in the run play because defenses are strong, and the only difference is that it's working for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, I mean, you watch, you know, small Florida schools play Florida and Florida State, and first pass of the night, and it will be incomplete. And I believe it was Brinkman. They did not throw an option in there. Ball intended for, I believe it was, Jack Stainer.
Yeah, and it was a great, solid defensive play there by Ryder Adams. Just forced that incompletion, and Steiner had no opportunity to catch that. And it seems like they're lining up for the field goal attempt here.
Ooh, we got a lefty. Haven't seen very many lefties in high school football, let alone kicking in general. Julian Trujillo. No good. Maybe? Yes. He will miss just to the left side. Not too much different there. High school kickers usually don't really care about kicking. Most of them play, you know, soccer or other sports like that, and they just get the field time because they have a good leg. But I wouldn't say outside of Hunter Dell last year, many high school kickers in general are superstar level talent.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't hate that play call at all from Eaglecrest, especially when you got that good of field position, and this is a very strong defense we're going against. I really, really do not hate that call at all. It's just unfortunate that it missed for Eaglecrest, and now Vista's got the ball.
Yeah, I think he calculated a little more win for that one. That's a good pass from Marquise Reese, caught by, I believe, Brooklyn Bailey, and that will be good for a first down. That was the intensity they needed on that first drive. And I mean, it's coming now, so we can't complain about that, obviously. And that's a good play from Reese. Got rid of it quick, made the right decision, and look at where we are. We're 10 yards further.
Yeah, good sharp cut route right there on the quick slant by Brooklyn Bailey, and Reese just knows he can find his number 1 man right there.
Little play action. Keys horse collared. Not a single flag on the field. I mean, it was pretty obvious from here, so I couldn't imagine seeing that one from the field. But yeah, Eaglecrest will benefit from the no flag call there. And I believe the tackle was Javon Jones, the defensive end. So Mountain Vista pretty much back right where we started, folks. Just on the 20-yard line. And gonna need a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's really solid rushing right there by Jones, and he was just able to get to Reese. And I mean, even though it was a flag, it was a nice strong tackle, enough to take down the huge Marquise Reese.
I mean, yeah, he stays on his feet quite well. Just puts it a tad out of reach of Brody Callister. I don't hate that, but I don't think that's the best decision on a 2nd and 21.
Yeah, also very interesting, it was Jones again on the D-line. Now, he didn't get to Reese that time, but he put his hands up and really distracted that pass from Reese, and he couldn't find that connection to Callister, which he usually does. Jones is a big guy right there on that defensive line, and he's causing all sorts of problems for Mountain Vista.
I mean, here we see them once again, the Eaglecrest sideline absolutely fired up, not on your screen, but we can see them in person. You can definitely hear them. Snaps back to Reese. He'll hold, he'll go deep this time. Oh, just a little too short. Attended receiver there was Hudson Majeski, and I believe it was Denzel Coffey on the breakup. I mean, that's just textbook defense right there, get in front of him.
Yeah, did a really good job of just allowing, not allowing Majeski to even get a chance there to get that one. Did not grab him or anything like that. Just stayed between him and the ball, and just Reese could not find him. And now Vista's forced to punt again.
So Dunbar back out there in the backfield by himself. I don't think we're going to see another fake here. I mean, 21 yards is a lot for Dunbar to make up, and he is a good runner, and he's a strong kid. I mean, he's quite built, and he's hard to take down, but 21 yards is something serious. Good little pressure there. And he'll get some good distance on it again. They'll pick it up at the 38. I mean, he went to the 45 last time, a little bit further back. Now he's at the 38, so he's getting good punts. Eaglecrest will be down, I believe, the 45-yard line.
Yeah, another thing about Dunbar, because you were saying it was too far for him to go, he's your typical power back. You wouldn't see him be that kind of elusive guy, able to, just sprint down the field faster than the rest of the defense. He's more of the put your nose down, get into the end zone type of guy.
Yeah, I mean, if the Golden Eagles will get to the red zone at some point tonight, but we're not sure when. We'll see the Raptors offense come back out. But when you get close to the 3-4 yard line, you'll see Dunbar running the ball a lot, because he just out-muscles everybody. He has more strength than everybody, and he'll push through. Snap back, another handoff. He'll find a gap this time, and he'll get 6 off of it, and I believe that it was Asabi on the carry.
Up the middle goes Clyde Sorrell.
No, it was Clyde Sorrell. Jersey numbers aren't great to read from here, and when it's all runs, can't tell too much what's happening.
Yeah, well, at least it's not Vista's black-on-black jerseys. Those were horrible for us commentators. We cannot see any numbers that were out there whatsoever. Kind of glad that they changed it. Makes us better for that audience as well to see who's out there.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't really like him in general. I thought it was a nice concept, but black on black I don't think ever really looks good, especially when you do it with the numbering and the outlining and everything on the jersey. Garcia will snap it back. It will be Sorrell this time, and they'll push him right back to where he started.
Once again, Sorrell. Golden Eagle tackler, Sam Bauer. A gain of 1 yard brings up 3rd down and 2.
So it brings up 3rd down now for Mountain Vista. Vista student section getting loud here, trying to disrupt Eaglecrest's play. Brinkman, QB sneak. He fights his way over for, I believe that's the 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a little repetitive. I know I talked about how fun it is to watch, and it still is, but I would love to see them get a little bit creative.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Mountain Vista, you got to be able to be prepared for it. Like, you know it's coming. You know that run is coming, and they just have no answer for it. As that'll bring up a new set of downs for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, I mean, Eaglecrest's sideline, I mean, they're very rowdy, and I think it's, you know, having an effect on this game right now. I mean, I don't think the ref was convinced they got the first. Eaglecrest just, you know, had their entire sideline saying it was a first, and I think it was a first in general, but I think it was a little more convincing there. So we'll see this offense once again, 1st and 10. It'll be Sorrell this time. They will not get him until he gets about 5 yards of gain. And the Golden Eagles, besides making them go for a field goal, they really haven't found any stopping point for this offense.
Yeah, and I mean, Sorrell, as such a big and elusive back, he's just able to just slide right through Mountain Vista's D-line, good enough for 5 yards there. Just unacceptable, really, for this Golden Eagle defense, especially how good they've been defensively this season. Eaglecrest looks like the better team tonight.
I mean, yeah, Golden Eagles defense has just been utterly consistent. I mean, winning that Valor game. And that is what we are talking about when we say utterly consistent. Brooklyn Bailey with a great breakup on a pass intended for Quincy Clayton.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay right there as Bailey just gets right in front of that pass, and there's just no chance of the receiver catching that one, Quincy Clayton.
Yeah, I mean, got in front of it and got it out of the air. Clayton just really had no opportunity to do really anything there.
I also want to point out Bryce Bolton there created some pressure and made that pass even harder to throw for Brinkman.
So 3rd and 5. And we will see, I'm assuming, a run here. It just depends on who. Sorrell will take it himself. And he will get...
It's really close.
It's so close. And forward movement.
Up the middle for 4 yards.
4th and 1. And if there's any team that's going to convert a 4th and 1, Sam, it's Eaglecrest.
Yeah, and Vista's got to send in the zero blitz, everyone right down the middle, because I'm going to guess right here that it's going to be a quarterback sneak by Brinkman here. They've done that the last time on 3rd down, and I don't know, Vista's got to anticipate that.
I mean, there it is, just as you called it, and that is a 1st down for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, and if I'm Vista, I know it's coming, right? You got to send everyone for that guy. Yeah, I also want to point out Eaglecrest's offensive line has been phenomenal tonight. Just not allowing Mountain Vista to, get to them, get to these runners, because usually they're able to, but that D-line has lost the battle so far against this Eaglecrest offensive line.
Yeah, I think on that play, I would just send everyone just a little bit closer. I think everyone was a little too spaced out for the Golden Eagles, and we just didn't have the time to get there. I mean, you know exactly what play's coming. They've done it every 4th and X they've had. So Eaglecrest will take their first time out here with 37 seconds left in the 1st quarter.
Let's send it over now to JT with the first quarter, or with the timeout analysis.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. I have some of the keys for the game. Mountain Vista needs to contain the quarterback, Will Brinkman. We haven't really seen him ran much, except on that one play where he picked up a nice 1st down for the Eaglecrest Raptors. They need to start forcing some more longer passing downs, but when Eaglecrest picks up 4 or 5 yards on 1st down, it's pretty hard to be able to get them in those situations. And on offense, the Golden Eagles really need to get junior wideout Brooklyn Bailey involved. He's had 1 catch for about 10 yards, I'd say, but the offense needs to become a little bit more electric and be more consistent.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, JT. As we're going to send it back as the timeout is over, and Liam Hogan will join us once again.
Alrighty. Thank you for the analysis, Mr. Malstrak, and we are back. So 37 seconds left. Ball on the 33 for the Raptors, taking their first time out of the half. We'll see Sorrell with the ball, and I think that's another 4 or 5 yards. And the Golden Eagles just still struggling to find a way to contain Eaglecrest. with their just quite obvious run plays. They're not even really trying to be deceptive. They don't really throw anyone out to the right, out to the left, no passing options. So, I mean, what do you think, Sam? What needs to change?
I mean, Sorrell, right now, from what I saw on that play, he was just able to just power through the Golden Eagles. I even saw him able to the Golden Eagles were able to get to him as this will be the end of the first quarter. But the Golden Eagles defense was able to get to him, but he just powered right through them and fought for a couple more yards. And this has got to be more powerful on the defensive side of things to stop Sorrell and this Eaglecrest offensive power here. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter and a very shocking 0-0 score at the end of the first quarter here in the second round of these playoffs. We'll see you guys after the break.
I'm Logan Bloom.
I'm JT Balsarac.
And we're ranking the top 2026 football recruits in Colorado. This class looks to be one of the most loaded classes in the state's history, with over 40 players receiving Division I offers. Cherry Creek still remains the clear #1 team in the state, as 5 of the top 10 players in the class attend high school in Inglewood. Today we're going to discuss some of the top recruits at each position in the box state.
Our first and arguably most interesting recruit is Torrey Davis out of Fairview High School in Boulder, Colorado. Davis is a wide receiver and safety committed to UCLA, but has offers from 10 other Power 4 schools such as Iowa State, Kansas State, and Utah. Davis has impressed scouts around the country, and most believe he will continue to play on both sides of the ball at UCLA. Throughout his high school career, he has 93 receptions for over 1,900 yards and 26 touchdowns, 962 rushing yards for 19 touchdowns, and has even completed 2 passes for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Handoff here.
Ryan Sorrell with the run.
Alrighty, folks. Here in the second quarter, ball on the 30. Eaglecrest heading the other direction this time. I think the Golden Eagles just need a solution for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've seen the ball on this side of the field today. It's been really a struggle for this offense, and they got to get a good stop here, especially since this is out of field goal range for Eaglecrest. A big third down here for the Golden Eagle defense, and huge opportunity for Eaglecrest on offense.
It'll be easier to tell who's running the ball, at least from this angle, Dersh. And I believe a pretty instant timeout. So we are going to send it right back over to JT for some active score updates.
Liam, yeah. Fountain Fort Carson High School is losing 14-0 to Cherry Creek High School right now, as if we couldn't have seen that coming. The 9-seeded Arapahoe Warriors are currently on upset alert against the 8-seeded Fairview Knights, winning 14-7. The Legend Titans are handling business against Fort Collins High School, 7-0. Erie High School and Valor High School are actually tied at 7s right now, and the 10-seeded Mullen and 7-seeded Pine Creek High School is down 0-3, Pine Creek.
Thank you, JT, for that.
And we are, I'm assuming, okay, we're seeing 2 on the right side. This is very new. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm seeing Brooklyn. I'm seeing some, okay, we're going to see a passing play here. Brinkman. Oh my goodness, flag on the play, but that is a great reception from Javon Jones. And
yeah, just way to hold on to that ball, especially as he's being tackled. We got a flag on the play as well. We'll see if this one is against Eaglecrest to push it back.
It is. It will be going the opposite direction on a positive pass play. We have not seen Eaglecrest have one so far tonight, so that is not a fantastic way to end that first completion on the night for Eaglecrest, and one of the first completions of the entire game. This has had 5 yards, and we're repeating third, so 3rd and 12 for Eaglecrest. They'll push themselves all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Look at that same formation out there. This is a pass play, most likely. This has got to anticipate that.
I wonder if it's a if it's the exact same pass play. And it won't be because he is pressured too much and almost sacked. He'll get away with it.
Adrian Lee there on the tackle there. Well, I wouldn't say tackle. That pass was incomplete.
Break up, pressure.
Yeah, just creating all sorts of havoc. Right there was Adrian Lee, and now a very tough decision here for Eaglecrest with great field position. Do they go for it now on 4th and 12, or do they stay out there, bring out the punt unit, push Mountain Vista back?
And not only was it Lee, but I believe it was also Lucas Conklin coming from the other side. It was good ball awareness, though, from Brinkman to just get rid of it. And, I mean, I think we're seeing, what are we? Okay, so we're going to see Jones at center, and this is punt formation. I mean, there is in cards here option for a fake.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't.
Was about to say that.
The way that they have Jeremy Balleronio lined up.
It is a fake.
And he'll get. That's tough. He's on the marker.
Take it back to the line of scrimmage. He's nowhere close to the first down marker.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Got a little confusing there, but just Vista was prepared for it, and honestly, we were too. We kept saying fake in the booth, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean,
with the run there.
It's just the way they had Jeremy Ballerino lined up at wide receiver. He's a defensive back, so that was odd. And the way that they had their punt formation really set. I mean, they had the two on the right, one on the left for the blockers. So, I mean, it was kind of obvious where they were going with it. But no complaints there. Vista will get the ball back. Looks like a miscommunication on the play. Marquise doesn't have much time now. One in the backfield. Little stack with Bentley and Brooklyn Bailey. Marquise will take it himself. That's a play straight out of Eaglecrest's book. They'll go right at his legs, but he will get there for a nice little 9-yard run, and we haven't seen that. Little turbo action from the Golden Eagles, going pretty quick here. And then they'll slow down for Marquise to get the play again.
Yeah, I mean, they got to switch something up. I mean, clearly that first quarter's offense was abysmal. They got to do something different. And, I mean, Eaglecrest is not expecting turbo offense from Mountain Vista.
I mean, yeah, 2 stacks. He'll go downfield. This one's for Bentley. And it's perfect into his hands. And it'll be the first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, just completely botched coverage there by Mountain Vista. Let's take a look at this replay as Reese and the turbo offense. You can see Wheeler just running a wheel route past Eaglecrest line, and that secondary had no idea that he was even there. And just a perfect throw from Reese. That's the touchdown.
I mean, unbelievable play there. The double sack both sides with Marquise running it the first time, I think threw off Eaglecrest a little bit. And then they just weren't ready for the split there. Usually when you're running a stack route, you send one short or a little bit longer. They both went long, and on that wheel route, Bentley capitalized off a beautiful throw from Marquise Reese. So the Golden Eagles will go up 7-0 here to start off the second quarter, forcing the Eaglecrest to turn over on downs after a punt fake, and 2 plays later, they finally get on the board, and that's the offensive spark we really needed in that first quarter. Not sure where Sam went, but we will continue. I think he went to grab some water. So I'm going to pass the headset right along to JT. JT, what are you thinking about that last touchdown right there?
I think that's what everyone kind of expected out of Mountain Vista. You know, great passing offense, obviously. Some of the best wide receivers in the state, obviously. But, yeah, that deep strike from Marquise, that's what we're used to seeing here at Mountain Vista and Highlands Ranch Stadium. So, hopefully we see more of that so the Golden Eagles can advance.
So, I wonder if that's what we're going to see from Eaglecrest now. I wonder if they're going to be throwing the ball more and trying to get into more action with it. So it is kickoff time. Grayson, not on the roster. Name not rostered, so not the best. Eaglecrest wanting a little flip form, and he's going deep, and he'll keep going. Conklin can't get, and he will. Conklin will trip him up a little bit. A great return from Cameron Bell And Eaglecrest is right where they left off, actually.
Yeah, they just love this good field position. And, yeah, Eaglecrest has got to emphasize, because they've already been in this scenario multiple times today, and they got to continue that.
So, Coach Looney fired up on the sideline. I mean, good reason. It'll head back the other direction, not by too much. Actually, by a lot. What happened?
I feel like we're going to wait a call here from these refs to explain what is going on, because I feel like this crowd is just as confused as us right now.
So, Eaglecrest would have been at the scoring side of the field at like the 33.
Personal foul, blindside block. They're in the return, 15 yards, first down.
So a blindside block on Eaglecrest takes them back 15 yards, and it was on the return. So they're flat smack at the 20 on the opposite side of the field compared to where they would have been. So that's gotta be a gut punch, Sam.
Yeah, that'll do it for sure. Blindside block can't do that. That's just a huge safety risk for these high school players, and the one thing you don't want to do is injure them and ruin their college careers if they also happen to pursue that. Yeah, good call there.
I mean, I didn't notice it. I mean, the run from Cameron Bell was phenomenal. I mean, that's not stuff you see every day. So a great run from him. Unfortunate that it got turned back the way it did, but obviously player safety comes way before good runs on the field. So apologies for missing that call there.
Yeah, and I mean, we kind of saw this earlier in the season when Vista played against Erie, and it was Braylon Tolliver with like a 90-yard kick return. Ridiculousness.
So just the same for Eaglecrest. I believe that time it was Brinkman on his own. And I think this is kind of finding a solution. We're seeing it more and more and more each time. They're kind of slowing it down. So back to, I mean, this formation's a little bit new. I'm not totally sure what play they're running this time.
It's 3rd and 4. This is called 3rd and short for Eaglecrest.
This is called run the ball. And it'll be Brinkman on his own. And he will be just short of the first, I believe. So,
yeah, great strong tackle right there by Hudson Majeski to be able to. Huge strong tackle there by Hudson Majeski to be able to stop that. Just a really good, efficient play. Oh, and it seems like Eaglecrest is going for it.
I mean, look, when you run the ball every single play, if you get to 4th and 2, would you run the ball, Sam? Because it seems that's what we're going to see.
Not with this field position. Let's see what happens.
I mean, Brinkman will take it. Vista knows the play. I don't see him. I don't see the ball, but considering where the pile is, I believe he has a first down.
Eaglecrest says they have it.
And so does the referee. He will point the wrong direction. So just another first down for the Raptors out of Eaglecrest. Talked about this before the broadcast. Really interesting that the Eaglecrest Raptors are named Eaglecrest, but they're Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, just too many Eagle teams in this kind of area. I mean, you got the Golden Eagles, which is us, the Valor Christian Eagles, the Highlands Ranch Falcons, I mean, technically you can call them.
Birds.
The Heritage Eagles. Just so many. Like,
Eaglecrest.
Yeah, so many Eagle teams that they have to mix it up sometimes. The Hawks of, I believe, Cherokee Trail.
I actually don't know what they are. Cougars, the Cherokee Trail Cougars. Thank you, JT. There is a Hawks team around here somewhere. Yeah. I know you're talking about. I mean, sometimes you get, cooler team names. Arapahoe Warriors. They're a little creative with it. Who else is pretty creative? Erie, the Tigers. We're not Mary Tigers. Speaking of Erie, we have a score update for you. They are now tied with Valor, 14-14. So Valor facing some early pressure. Another pass play, a good reception there by Jack Steiner. He's had, I believe, both of their completions tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, I am honestly not shocked by that Valor Erie score because Erie was ranked top 10 earlier this year, and I mean, they kind of destroyed them here on one of our broadcasts, but I mean, they're still a very good team, and I'm not surprised by that score whatsoever.
No, and Valor's a team you want to battle with, especially considering just the kind of way they play. I think they play a little less aggressive when they think they have it, and I think that's what we saw against Vista this year. They thought they had it. They played a little bit less aggressive. A nice little toss backwards. Another reception, I guess you could call it, for Brinkman. I believe that went straight back to Sorrell.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 7 now here for Eaglecrest. And, 3rd and 3, and you can see Eaglecrest's sideline is very, very high.
I mean, it definitely has an effect on the game. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times. I wouldn't say it's, the most crucial thing on the planet, but it definitely has. Oh, my goodness!
Xavier corralled there.
I believe it was Hudson Majeski, actually, but one of the two. Let's take a look right back at that one. I mean, he cuts up the middle there and just lays him down. Hudson Majeski, that was unbelievable.
It's like he ran into a brick wall right there. He was going down, thinking he can just push past Mount Vista. Boom! He's right there. Lost the yardage, or no gain, I should say.
They won't fake it this time, even though the yardage is way less, and it will end up sitting nice and flat at the 44-yard line. Eaglecrest will finally tap it down, and it will be Max Deshevik on top of it, and the Golden Eagles will be back on offense, and that was one of the most unbelievable hits I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. And now Mount Vista will start at their own 39-yard line. This is a decent field position right here, and I mean, if we can maybe see more of that turbo offense, I feel like Mount Vista can increase this lead. No running back in the backfield here for the Golden Eagles.
5 wide receivers. Brooklyn making himself an option. We'll go 5 on the right side. They'll opt for a different version, I believe. Is that Japri? It is Japri, and I think he'll end us maybe a yard further after a little scramble.
Yeah, I mean, these fans were clearly frustrated with that call. I mean, the referee got right in the middle of that play. It just disrupted Japri Jennings from being able to get extra yardage. He had to cut back down the field and only mustered up 1 yard. Just really unfortunate that the ref was right in the middle of the play, and he'll definitely get some hollering at and, try to stay out of it for the next play.
Yeah, also interesting formation, throwing 5 wide receivers on the same side. Brooklyn was a check down option. Everyone else was going a little bit further. And we'll see Dunbar. This is our power back right here. I mean, this guy, look, he almost didn't even fall over there, and he ran into 7 people on the sideline. That's a good push/tackle out of bounds from Zane Jackson. But yeah, he is just the strongest on the field, and it's not even close.
It'll be 3rd and short here for the Golden Eagles. At least I think the refs are still
holding on the offense. So once again, the Golden Eagles would have had what is an easy first down, are now stuck at, how far back are we going?
It's just a holding call, guys.
I know. Repeat 2nd down, holding on Bryce Bolton.
He's such a big guy there on that offensive line. They just cannot get by him.
10 yards back.
So instead of being 3rd and inches, it's going to be 2nd and 19 instead.
2 in the backfield for Reese. Now just 1. Check down option is Dunbar.
Great blocking by the offensive line there.
And he'll underthrow Japri coming towards the sidelines. I mean, yeah, you said it for me. I mean, the blocking there was unbelievable. Giving him that much space in the pocket, and even after, I believe the last block was Bolton, even after he got ran through, Keith still had a good 3-ish seconds to ditch that ball, and he just didn't get enough on it.
Yeah, and I mean, despite the great offensive blocking there, Cooper Shaw, one of the edge rushers, he was able to get to Reese and cause that incompletion.
So no one in the backfield, a triple stack on the left, double on the right. This is the play that got the touchdown in the first. Keys with unbelievable space. He'll take it himself. And he'll get tripped up. And
Big tackle there.
I believe he gets 5 on that, so it'll be 4th and 14. 4th and way too many for the Golden Eagles. Again, not really a fake punt situation. 4th and 13. He gets 6 on it. Not a bad run, just tripped up a little early in his...
That was the safety there, Cy White. There on, I'd say the low hit there on Reese, and clearly pumped up Eaglecrest sideline, and just another unfortunate punt here for the Golden Eagles.
I mean, a crucial snap, get us going back the other way for Eaglecrest. I mean, 7-0 game with not much time here coming into the end of this half. We are going to see, I believe it is Dunbar once again. Ortega's fired up on the sideline. Delay a game on Vista. So still going back further. As if the 13 weren't enough. We'll head back to 18.
Yeah, I mean, that confidence bar for Mountain Vista, or at least the momentum bar, I should say, is all the way down. Those penalties absolutely destroyed that drive, and now they'll have to punt from even further away.
So Dunbar just trying to punt, won't even go for the fake. Kind of ran himself out of room.
Good solid punt there.
Great punt. They'll end up right on the 30 before the Golden Eagles will finally touch.
Yeah, Dunbar, it almost seemed like he just needed a little bit more space to get that punt off, and he found that using his legs, especially since he's a running back.
I mean,
did a
yeah.
really good job of that.
I was concerned for a second when I saw those 3 guys coming, and he had to scramble a little bit. I was thinking maybe he goes for a little run play, but gave himself 2-3 steps of room just to get the punt off, and it ended up being his best punt of the night.
Yeah, now Eaglecrest will have to start with their worst field position of the day.
Snap back, hand it off, and Vista will track it down. I mean, not much to say there. Another run from Sorrell.
Around the right end, Sorrell.
So a score update here. We got Ralston Valley 7 and Columbine High School to 6. And Creek just going to keep pounding Fountain Fort Carson into their grave, unfortunately. 28-0. I don't think that game is going to flip in any way.
Bring up 2nd and 6 now here for Eaglecrest.
Eaglecrest has room. That'll be right to Brooklyn Bailey, and we're heading back the other direction. And the first slip-up of the night for Brinkman on his passing game.
Yeah, I mean, just a complete miscommunication there from Eaglecrest, especially in that pass play. That is now Brinkman's 10th interception on the season, and it comes at the fact that the receiver intended there just was unable to communicate. Brinkman thought he would run a back route, I should say a comeback route, and he was just not there, and instead, guess who it was? Brooklyn Bailey, able to get that interception.
I mean, he wasn't even on the receiving side of the ball, and he still ended up getting it. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts about him, is he always ends up in that ball. He had that break up just a little bit earlier in the game, and he finally gets his hands on one after just a shallow pass from Brinkman. Reese with a little play action, and he'll find Japri. Japri can't get his hands around to it, and the 6-yard pass will be incomplete. It'll be breaking up by Jaden Bradley. Pretty solid defense, got around him, contained him from having too much room, but Japri was just a little bit more open than Eaglecrest would have wanted, just couldn't get his hands around the ball. So 3 minutes and 29 seconds here in the half. Ball on the 48 for the Golden Eagles, 2nd and 10. Your score, 7-0. Definitely not the score I was thinking for this game. I was thinking it'd be more of a shootout, especially with their run offense. They kill a lot of clock. We go downfield and bomb it. Not what we've seen so far.
Hey, it could be a shock play here, though, for Mountain Vista. Watch out.
Majeski will run it, and he'll get stopped pretty early. I believe that will be a 1-ish yard gain, maybe flat. And a good tackle, I believe, from I actually don't know. Did you see that one, sir?
I think it was Parker Hawker there on the tackle. As that was, it's just the big guy was able to just stop Majeski right in his tracks, kind of like how he did on the defensive end of things. He turned that right back around. No running back here for Mountain Vista. 3rd and 9. They need this one.
Snap back, Reese. Not as much time. Pre will get his hands around this one, and he'll just keep fighting for that ground, and they might give him a little forward motion the way he kept spinning and manhandling those Eaglecrest defenders. I believe the tackle was finally made by Brandon Turner.
Yeah, I also saw Cy White right there. Just as soon as Japri caught the ball, White just went boom right into him and just continued spiraling him so that Japri Joseph Jennings couldn't break free and get the first down. And that this will bring up 4th down. And you know Garrett Looney's offense, he's not punting from this far or from this close up.
Of course not. I mean, giving them the ball on the 41 isn't a terrible idea. We're going to see Dunbar, and he is going to get there, and he's going to earn it. He's going to keep going down the sideline. An unfortunate little block there. Japri kind of got tossed backwards into Dunbar. We will take that first down.
Hey, it didn't matter that he got pushed into him. He still got that huge block and gave Dunbar an extra 5 yards there. That was such a really key and important block. And I mean, Japri's one of the smallest guys out there, but he's got such great toughness out there that he's able to make that block and give Dunbar enough for that first down.
I mean, yeah, he definitely has he has the most heart on the team for sure. I mean, he just cares, man. I mean, and you see it on his work ethic. I mean, if I was that small going against these guys, I don't know if I'd be blocking like that. Little play action play. Majeski running out of time, running out of room, scrambles, and he'll get himself back to where we started, I believe, straight on the 30.
Yeah, I mean, he ducked right past Javon Jones and just completely, like, was able to just squeeze right past him, and then instead the reinforcements of Zane Jackson came in there to get that tackle. Only a gain of 1 here for the Golden Eagles. That'll bring up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 9
Correction, yeah.
for the Golden Eagles.
I meant they only gained 1 yard.
You're all good, man. I just said it was Majeski on the run. Getting flashbacks from last year. Callister will take it this time, and he'll get, I believe that's a good 6 or 7 yards there.
Still very close to the first down. I think it's going to be just short. It's going to bring up 3rd and
2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, very good solid run right there by Callister.
Snap back Reese. They'll fake giving it to Callister this time. He'll scramble around the pocket. He'll get rid of it, and he'll go right to Eaglecrest. It'll be waved dead pretty fast, though.
That was Miles Turner there on the interception, and yeah, just a very shocking play. I mean, we don't really see interceptions that much from Marquise Reese this season. I mean,
There is a flag on the field, Sam.
Yeah, we're awaiting this call.
Considering how fast he got blown dead, this could be on Eaglecrest. It will not be. It'll be holding on Vista. So it will be most definitely Eaglecrest ball. I mean, heads up play there.
I mean, the fact that Marquise Reese this season's touchdown-interception ratio is 42 touchdowns to now 6 interceptions, it's just incredible. And yeah, that's just a really weird kind of case of scenario there. We never really see Reese botch an interception kind of like that. I mean, there was really no one back there.
Yeah, I mean, it was more of a try not to get sacked type of situation. You don't want the intentional grounding because that'll send you just as far back. But I think it was just an unfortunate way of the ball there. We're going to see another run from Eaglecrest. That one will be Sorrell. And he'll get him about, I think it's 8 yards there. And I mean, the clock's just going to run and run and run. Eaglecrest opting to not use their last time out. And it's just...
Yeah, I mean, they got to save it, especially if they get a huge play downfield. They got to save that because they want that field goal unit out there and at least get some points before the first half. Honestly, kind of shocking that they haven't gotten any points, especially since their offense has been better than Vista's, I'd say, today.
Yeah, I mean, that timeout's going to come right now.
Yep, you called it.
Perfect.
5 seconds left. You called it.
There
just
was
right.
32 when they were officially downed between the plays, and then it took them all the way to the no. They don't opt for the timeout, and
yeah, it seemed like they didn't want to waste the yardage that they have, but they're down in this game now. I mean, we've had a very, very low-scoring game so far. As it's only 7-0 at the end of the first half. Just incredible stuff from both defenses today, and it's been a really, really tight game. Something we haven't seen much from Vista this season.
No, not only a close game, but I wouldn't say an entertaining one at that. I mean, I love watching this run offense from Eaglecrest, but Vista's kind of got their scheme figured out now. I mean, Brooklyn Bailey had the interception close to ending this half, and then they threw it right over to Miles Turner to really just seal the half. And now it's time for halftime, 15 minutes. I believe we have segments.
Yeah, we do have some segments to run. We will see you guys after halftime.
I'm Logan Bloom,
I'm JT Balsarac.
and we're ranking the top 2026 football recruits in Colorado. This class looks to be one of the most loaded classes in the state's history, with over 40 players receiving Division I offers. Cherry Creek still remains the clear #1 team in the state, as 5 of the top 10 players in the class attend the high school in Inglewood. Today we are going to discuss some of the top recruits at each position in the box state.
Our first and arguably most interesting recruit is Torrey Davis out of Fairview High School in Boulder, Colorado. Davis is a wide receiver and safety committed to UCLA, but has offers from 10 other Power 4 schools such as Iowa State, Kansas State, and Utah. Davis has impressed scouts around the country, and most believe he will continue to play on both sides of the ball at UCLA. Throughout his high school career, he has 93 receptions for over 1,900 yards and 26 touchdowns, 962 rushing yards for 19 touchdowns, and has even completed 2 passes for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. On defense, Davis has racked up 13 interceptions, including 5 this year already, 134 tackles, and 4 forced fumbles. Our NFL comparison is Travis Hunter.
Our second 2026 prospect is Jaden Fox, a 5'10", 170-pound running back from Cherry Creek High School in Inglewood. Fox, a 4-year varsity player and a 2-year starter for the Powerhouse High School. Fox recently decommitted from UConn and is most likely going to commit to a larger school in the near future, as he recently received an offer from the University of Arizona. Fox has been the life of the dominant Creek offense for the last 2 years, amassing almost 3,000 rushing yards and 34 touchdowns on the ground since 2024. Throughout his 4-year high school career, Fox has averaged even 10 yards per carry, proving why he's the #1 running back in the state. While not the biggest guy in the field, Jaden makes up for it with his speed. Fox placed 6th in the state for the 100-meter dash last year and helped Cherry Creek bring home yet another state title, this time for track and field. Our NFL comparison for him is Devon Achan.
Our third prospect is Braylon Hodge, a linebacker from Cherry Creek High School. Hodge has been a 4-year starter on defense for the Powerhouse Bruins, and he recently committed to Oregon, although he had offers from other schools such as Texas and Missouri. Hodge has carried the Creek defense in his 4 years, playing middle linebacker and outside linebacker, and has tallied almost 150 total tackles and 59 solo tackles, and averaging an insane 12 tackle for losses per season. Hodge is a very long and projectable recruit, standing at 6'3", but only 212 pounds. Scouts project him to be a dominant defensive end, not only in the college level, but also in the NFL level, if he proceeds to add on some much-needed strength. Our NFL comparison is Matt Milano.
Our fourth prospect is DJ Bordeaux, a 6'2", 205-pound QB of Legend High School in Parker. Playing 42 games for the Titans, DJ has thrown 7,702 yards and 78 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 1,289 yards and ran for 15 touchdowns. He's only thrown 20 interceptions in his whole high school career and averages 16.1 yards per throw and averages 9.1 yards per carry. DJ made his commitment to Boston College in April of 2025, but has offers from other colleges like Arkansas, Auburn, Cincinnati, Ole Miss, and Miami. DJ is the #1 ranked quarterback in Colorado for the class of 2026 and the number 14 best player in Colorado. Our NFL comparison for him is Jaden Daniels.
Our fifth recruit is Cherry Creek tight end Ty Gotchi. Gotchi is listed at 6'6", but some sources have him listed closer to 6'7", and he weighs 225 pounds. Gotchi has impressed scouts with his ability to win jump balls and contested catches, as well as his impressive athleticism for someone his size, something that scouts believe stemmed from his basketball background. Gotchi has only amassed 457 yards and 12 touchdowns throughout his prep career due to the fact that he started playing football his junior year. His actual production isn't made clear from box scores, as he is a dominant run and pass blocker due to his size and strength. Despite Gotchi's lack of football experience, colleges from around the country had major interest in the tight end, as he tallied offers from schools like Utah, Texas A&M, Michigan, Florida, and Arizona. But he ultimately chose to commit to BYU in March of 2025. Our NFL comparison is Donald Parham Jr.
Our sixth prospect in the class of 2026 is Deacon Schmidt out of Windsor High School in Windsor. Schmidt is a 6'5", 310-pound offensive lineman and arguably one of the best O-linemen in the state. Schmidt usually plays tackle, but can also play either guard or center. Schmidt has recently committed to Oklahoma, but he also had offers from Alabama, USC, Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, and Ohio State. Deacon is an absolute load. As I already said, he is 6'6", and 310 pounds, and he can also squat 500 pounds for reps. Our NFL comparison for him is Quentin Nelson.
During T.I.'s time playing defensive line at Cherry Creek, he has tallied 248 tackles, 92 of those being solo tackles, 10.5 sacks, and 29 tackles for losses. He committed to Washington in July of 2025, but had offers from other schools such as Texas, Tennessee, Miami, Oklahoma, and USC. Our NFL comparison for him is Vita Vea. We hope and expect for every player in the class of 2026 to not only succeed at the college level, but hopefully the NFL level, as their success can help create better opportunities for football players in Colorado and hopefully make it a better pipeline.
Vista Varsity Ball.
I'm Alex Davis here with Vista Now. I'm here with your halftime report to give you around the state, as we're going to start off with Cherry Creek versus 4th round Colorado Springs. Right now that game is 28-31, 35-0, as Colorado Springs school, they've struggled so far. And then we have Arapahoe Fairview, the number 8 seed Fairview versus number 9 Arapahoe. It is 22-21 Fairview. And then we got number 4 Legend versus number 13 Fort Collins. It is 21-7. And then we have number 12 Erie versus number 5 Valor. It's 28-14. Valor's leading at that game. And we have number 10 Mullen versus number 7 Pine Creek. It is 10-7 in that game. Pine Creek is leading. We have Ralston Valley, number 2 seed versus the number 15 seed Combine. It is 7-6 Ralston Valley. Close one there. And then we have Arvada West, as we have one final score, as this is the potential opponent for this game. Vista Eaglecrest. We have Arvada West has won, the number 6 seed, against Grandview, 31-15. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins tonight in Mountain Vista Eaglecrest, they will be facing off against Arvada West in the round of 8. That is big. That's a big opponent. Arvada West, they have shown up and downs this season. They've had a lot of close games. They did get crushed by Ralston Valley. But that's around your state. But now, let's talk about what's happened during this game. Marquise Reese, he's looked a little bit shaky up and down in the beginning in both games. The issue, I would say, Vista's ran a little bit slow, but I'd say they're going to start picking up the pace. They're starting to run no huddle. But Marquise, he's thrown 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. Luke Bentley caught the touchdown for 65 yards to the house. Incredible touchdown. That was an incredible play. He ran a double cross post. Good play. Right now, Vista, they have to pick things up on offense. There's been a lot of mistakes, but defense has been phenomenal. And there's been a lot of penalties that have gone both ways, I would say, on Vista and on Eaglecrest. But this game is still, there's a lot of time left going on in this game. You still have another 24 minutes left. And I feel like Vista, they're going to still control the game. They're going to control, I wouldn't say they wouldn't control the clock, but they're going to control most of it, as Eaglecrest has controlled most of the clock. They've had most of the ball. But I'm Alex Davis with Vista Now. This is your halftime report.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, if we can direct your eyes down to midfield in that orange jacket down there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Nick Gio. He is the manager at this stadium for the last 26 years. Tonight is his very last game of his career. He started in 1999, Highlands Ranch against Lakewood, and he's running this stadium for the past 26 years. That's 400 football games, late nights, every night of the week, 26 years. Nick Gio, amazing job. Thank you for all you've done for Douglas County sports, especially here in Highlands Ranch. We appreciate everything. Thank you, Nick.
So when I'm talking, they're going.
Welcome back, Vista Now viewers. I'm Sam Derscheller. Along beside me is JT Balsarek and Liam Hogan, as Liam Hogan will exit the booth and JT will take his place. We got ourselves a very low-scoring game here in this first half, as it's only 7-0. A very, very low-scoring game. Definitely not what we expected from this Mountain Vista high-powered offense. JT, why has that been the case?
Sam, really, I think it's been the penalties. I mean, Mountain Vista alone's had 4 or 5 holding penalties, and I think at least 3 of those called back some big plays and first downs, leading to the offense to stall out earlier than we'd normally expect. And obviously, when you're going up against a team like Eaglecrest, it's going to be a really slow, run-heavy game. I mean, Eaglecrest only passed the ball 5 times in the first half, so that's probably why we're in a low-scoring game. I think Vista only had how many? Like 4 possessions? 4 or 5?
Yeah, somewhere around there, just not a lot. Eaglecrest held the ball for a while, I would agree.
Yeah, their offense is mainly just a bunch of small chunk runs, and if Vista wants to stay in this game and dominate, they need to limit the 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards on first down, because those really add up, as you said earlier this broadcast.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, JT. About to start the second half, what are the keys for each team so far? How are they going to get on the board some more?
I think Eaglecrest really needs to focus a little bit more on special teams. I mean, they obviously had the missed field goal at the start of the first half, which caused them to punt on the Vista 35. Obviously, it was a fake, but it didn't go anywhere. So yeah, and then on that big kickoff return they had, it was actually called back by a penalty. So the special team is really key for Eaglecrest, I think, this half.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go through that Golden Eagles' strong defense, even with the dominant run game that it's been so far. How can Vista get on the board some more? I mean, we only saw that one giant play right there from Luke Bentley. So how will we see the Golden Eagles score some more here in the second half?
That's a good question, Sam. I think Marquise needs to take what his offensive line is giving him. We've seen too much this first half where he was sitting behind his offensive line for 6, 7, 8 seconds, which is an insane amount of time. And there was many points where me, you, and Liam really thought that he could have just ran, got a first down, or at least a couple of yards for a big gain. So I think Marquise needs to focus on the small plays and go one play at a time, get us some first downs.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. All that made a lot of sense, as it's going to be Rooney on his way to kick this one off, as Vista received the opening kickoff, and now Eaglecrest will return the favor here. This one will be returned from the back of the end zone, as that one will be stopped at about the 22-yard line. That was Jack Steiner there on the return.
Yeah, just a good tackle from him. The Mountain Vista special teams forced the Eaglecrest returner down to the right side, and they were able to tackle him short of the 30. So I'd say a pretty solid special teams play.
Yeah, so now we'll see Eaglecrest offense, and I mean, maybe they throw in a different kind of pass play. I mean, of course, the last time they did, it was an interception, but they got to mix up their identity if they're going to want to, change the score.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, when you're going into halftime down, you can't be running the ball a lot. So maybe we'll see their backup quarterback come in the game, as he's way more of a passing threat than Will Brinkman. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 here for Eaglecrest. Brinkman, he'll hand this one off to Sorrell, and he'll be stopped for about a gain of 2 to 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and medium.
Yeah, the Vista defense has seemed to have been adapting to this Eaglecrest offense pretty well in these recent series. Great tackle there by, who was that, Sam?
Couldn't tell you. These numbers are pretty far away from here, but nonetheless, the Golden Eagle defense combined there to make a good tackle.
Yeah, hopefully the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles can continue to stop these runs on first down and force the Eaglecrest into uncomfortable situations for their offense.
Yeah, so now this will bring up 2nd and 10. It'll be a sneak taken by Brinkman, and that big quarterback is brought down hard. Bryce Bolton there on the tackle just absolutely body slammed him to the ground like a WWE super slammer.
Yeah, Sam, but even with that big hit, they still managed to get a couple yards there. The offensive line for the Eaglecrest.
Oh, quick play here. Brinkman through the middle, same time as last. And I think he's short.
Yeah, let's see. Yep, the ref. Oh, a flag is on the play. Really late flag.
This has got to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. It appears he was short there. Yeah, I definitely wanted you to fit in that analysis, but Eaglecrest definitely caught me off guard there going for that sneak. I mean, they got a few yards out of that, and they just wanted to do it again.
Yeah, it's all good, Sam. I mean, that's part of the game. Fast-paced. Can't hate it.
Awaiting this call here from the refs.
Yeah. All 4 of the refs are now outside in the middle of the field talking about the call. And after that long discussion, Sam, they do end up picking up the flag. So it looks like it's going to be 4th and short for the Eaglecrest right now. A big jumbo set out here for the Eaglecrest Raptors. It looks like, yeah, six offensive linemen. Yeah, 3 in the backfield, as we've been used to seeing.
I mean, it's 4th and 2, and they're going for it here in their own territory. They got to get this, and you're expecting a run here, and I think we'll get it.
I think more than expecting, Sam. I think everybody in this entire stadium knows it's a run.
I mean, and now they bring out the punt unit.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little throw off there. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Eaglecrest and the lead is where it is right now, just 1 score, you got to play safe with it. You can't go for it here in your own territory and give Vista another opportunity for an easy score.
Completely agree, Sam. I mean, like, they're pretty deep in their own territory at around their own 32, and turning the ball over here would be detrimental to the rest of this game for them.
So here's the punt. Big kick way up in the air. Bailey calls a fair catch. Oh, he muffs it!
Eaglecrest return. Oh, flag. Flag on the play. It's probably going to be...
It's going to be on Vista because Bailey called for a fair catch and didn't catch it. So Eaglecrest is actually going to get the ball right there.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very unfortunate circumstance there for Mountain Vista, and Eaglecrest is going to have a really, really huge opportunity here to get some points up.
Yeah, Sam, a rare mistake from Brooklyn Bailey. Normally a player like him doesn't make that type of mistake, but that's just been the game for Vista today. A lot of untimely penalties that we're not used to seeing this year from the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, definitely a lot more penalties than usual, and I mean, this is the playoffs. I get it and all. The tensions are really high, but I mean, the score is how it is right now. Just 1 score. It's not what Vista's used to.
Yes, Sam. It looks like the referees are still discussing this penalty. The Mountain Vista offense is on the field, but that could change. I'm not really sure on the rule.
If that penalty marker wasn't thrown and the play wasn't blown dead, that would be an Eaglecrest touchdown right there.
It would have been,
muffed it.
Coach Garrett Looney is very mad. He's on the field talking to one of the refs. I'm not sure what's happening right now, Sam.
It's because I believe we're awaiting this. I believe what they're discussing is if Eaglecrest ran into Bailey and didn't allow him to catch that.
Yep, it is on Eaglecrest. Kick catch interference, I'm sorry. So it will be Mount Vista's ball at around, let's see where they place it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Garrett Looney was fighting for. Just really uncharacteristic of Bailey dropping that. And, I mean, everyone in this stadium thought that he just dropped it just because, but that's Brooklyn Bailey. He won't do that on purpose, as there was catch interference there.
Yeah, Sam. Golden Eagles will take over the ball on the Eaglecrest 48.
Reese, play action. He'll find Brown on the screen pass, and he is wrapped up quickly. That was Denzel Coffey there on the tackle and causes loss of 2 there on the play. He'll bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, Sam, the Raptors are all over that play. Had nobody fooled with that play action screen. So it'll be interesting to see what they do on 2nd and 12 here on the 50-yard line.
Touchdown! Vista! From 1 yard out, Brody Callister.
Hold on, Welcome back, Vista Now viewers. We apologize. Our supercomputer had a crash, but we are back, though, as Mountain Vista's on the board once again. They just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, immediately after our computer crashed, the Mountain Vista quarterback Marquise Reese threw a long pass to wide receiver Sammy Brown to get the Eagles set up at the 1st and goal at the Eaglecrest 6. That was immediately followed by a Brody Callister 5-yard rush to get them at the 1. And then they gave it right back to Brody Callister for a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, and our score here is 14-0, Mount Vista.
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we had just now. Just really, really unfortunate timing. But we're back, hopefully. If y'all can even hear us, we apologize for that, but we're back. Very quick difficulty there, but we're back. Nonetheless, we apologize that y'all didn't see that touchdown. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of offensive scoring so far today, but the Golden Eagles have pushed their lead up to 14 in this crucial playoff game for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, Sam, just an absolutely horrible time for our computer to crash, but hopefully we see a couple more Vista touchdowns that you viewers can actually see.
All right, so Rooney's on his way to kick this one off. Can Eaglecrest get on the board here in this game, as Vista's defense has been pretty good so far? This one is a short squib kick over to the 20, and this one will be returned by Eaglecrest as he'll fight his way over to the 27-yard line. That is Cy White there on the return.
Yeah, that kick looked a little weird from Rooney out there. It bounced around like the 35, but it got a lucky bounce, and the Eaglecrest was only able to return it to around the 30. So overall, not that bad of a kick for the Mount Vista Golden Eagles.
All right, so now we'll see Eaglecrest offense once again. They've had some good flashes today, but it seems like Vista's been prepared for that so far, as we'll see what they do here on 1st and 10 from their own territory.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Correction, the Eaglecrest has the ball at their own 27-yard line. Just wanted to make that clear.
Brinkman takes the snap. It'll be a handoff here towards the right side, wrapped up by Adrian Lee, and reinforcement is Josiah Asibe there on the run, as this will be a loss of yardage there, loss of 2, but it'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Caden Gracia got in there pretty early in the backfield to slow him down. Wasn't able to make the tackle, but the rest of his boys were able to stop him for a 2-yard loss. Very good on the Eagles.
Yeah, Mountain Vista, sorry for interrupting you there. Mountain Vista's defense really works together as a team, and that's what makes them so good.
Completely agreed, Sam.
So we'll bring up 2nd and 12 here for Eaglecrest. Brinkman will take it himself, wrapped up once again. Just nowhere to go for Eaglecrest. Now back in their zone.
Yeah, great tackle. Able to meet him quickly at the line of scrimmage by Quillian Gillick. A great tackle by him. Just immediately met Brinkman at the line of scrimmage. Now, this is what we're talking about, Sam. We're forcing Eaglecrest into a long down. 3rd and 12. I'm assuming we're going to see a pass here, as Eaglecrest has one wide receiver on each side of the field, but you can never rule out the run with this team.
3rd and 12 here for Eaglecrest. Brinkman drops back into the pocket. It'll be a short pass over to the running back, Asibas, and he'll take this one back to the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go there, and Eaglecrest will bring up the punt unit.
Yeah, he's able to actually avoid 2 tackles, but it didn't really matter because Mount Vista was all over him. Going to see the punt unit once again out here for Eaglecrest with Brooklyn Bailey out to receive.
And I mean, these punts are fine right now, especially since they're playing safe with the deficit right now, but at some point they got to get on the board. I mean, they've had their chances in this game, and Eaglecrest really, really wants to win this game, especially since we've seen their attitude towards this game so far. And yeah, they got to get some points up. This punt is boomed away, way past Bailey. Oh, he catches that one right there, and he shifts by the defense, getting past midfield, and the strip fumble there is unsuccessful, but a big tackle there by Cameron Bell, able to get that tackle.
Yeah, that was just a great return by Brooklyn Bailey out there. He was set to receive the punt at around his own 35. The punt actually brought him back to his own 30, and he had to catch it over his shoulder, but managed to be able to turn back upfield, up the middle of the field, and get out to around the 50. Yeah. And we have an injured Eaglecrest player. That's number 21, Denzel Coffey.
We'll be back after this.
Denzel.
All right, so after the kickoff now, it'll be 1st and 10 here from about the 45-yard line of Eaglecrest territory for Mountain Vista.
Yeah, Mountain Vista has 2 backs to the left of Marquise Reese and 2 wide receivers on the right side.
So here's Reese. Reese drops back, looking for targets. He'll find Bailey there on the flat, and he'll take this one for about 5 yards. He'll bring up 2nd and mid.
Although it wasn't the most flashy play, I really liked that out of Marquise. He stayed settled, found an open receiver for a good positive gain. I'm pretty sure they had Bailey out of the backfield there. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right there. It's just the jet motion there from Bailey, and, I mean, he's always going to be open on those jet motion plays. That's the safe pass for Reese.
Yeah, Brooklyn Bailey is one of the most explosive athletes, not only in the state, but also in the country. So getting the ball to him as much as possible is great.
Handoff here to Dunbar. He'll power through. Won't get the first down, but he'll get a solid gain of 3. He'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Dunbar is a very hard runner. His legs never stop moving, so I like that play call there.
It's 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd and 2 now for Mountain Vista. This is a crucial one if they want to score again here.
Totally agreed. We have 2 wide receivers out on the left. Bailey all the way on the left side on an island.
Race, 3rd and 2. He'll hand this one off. It's Majeski, and he's got enough for the first down and more. Takes it all the way over to the 31-yard line, and the Golden Eagles move those chains.
Just a great run from Majeski out there. He was able to get to the outside and pick up not only the first down, but I think 5 or 6 more yards. Just a great play call and a great play execution by the Golden Eagles.
So now Vista will decide to push up the tempo here as they're trying to increase this lead to 21. They've come out of the gates with lots of scoring, and this is good news for them, especially since that offense struggled in the first half. Reese drops back, looking for receivers deep. Helmets are off. Reese will go himself. He'll power through and just can't really muster up anything.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Oh, there's 2 flags on the field. Referees are out of the 30 discussing, going to give us the call in just a couple of seconds.
And I mean, usually you don't see the helmets fly off, but Bryce Bolton's helmet is off there, and we see the penalty marker right on his body.
Yeah, I believe that in high school that if a helmet comes off, the play is automatically dead. Am I wrong?
I'm not so sure about that ruling, JT, but we're going to await the call here.
Yep, my bad on that. It looks like we're going to have a penalty on both teams here, Sam. Let's see the call.
It seems like there were even 3 penalties here.
Yeah, 2 on Mountain Vista, yeah.
I don't want to assume anything too quickly, to say the least, but definitely a very confusing play. It almost seems like it's just going to be a redo. Yeah.
Yep, so after all that discussion, they're just going to pick the flags up and redo the down.
I think there were offsetting penalties there, and actually they're not even done yet with the penalty call.
Yeah, sorry.
They're just ready, setting up, But us as commentators, we want to get this game going, right? And so do the rest of these fans. But got to make sure they get the call right here.
Yeah, look, it was a defensive holding on Eaglecrest. There was a personal foul on Mount Vista and another flag on Mount Vista. So it'll be interesting to see how this plans out.
Well, let's see if you're right.
of the hands. Number 52 on the defense. That'll be a 10-yard penalty, resulting in a first down. Then we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on 69, 15 yards. Still be a first down.
Okay, some mild confusion out here after Eaglecrest is flagged for a illegal use of hands to the face, I believe. But then after the play, the referees tagged number 69, Bryce Bolton, with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But it appears that Mount Vista will move the ball up.
I think you were right about that penalty. If the helmet comes off, it's got to be a penalty of some sort. I mean, definitely unusual to see, but...
Strangest play I've ever seen on this football field.
We'll be back with the final result when we come back. All right, so 1st and 10 now from the 33. It seems like the refs finally got it right. Reese, play action here. Good blocking up front by the offensive line. Deep throw to Bailey. Incomplete, but a flag is thrown for pass interference there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good throw, actually, by Marquise, and to me, it looked like clean coverage by the number 6 Eaglecrest defensive back, Cameron Bell.
Yeah, I mean, that did look really, really intense there. But as soon as Bailey went for the catch there, Bell was not looking for the ball there, and I think that's why the refs are going to call this on pass interference here. And instead, Vista's going to get really, really good field position here.
Yep, and after all that events, the Mount Vistas did get to move up the field after all.
That's ironic, isn't it?
Quite ironic, Sam.
So I'll bring up 1st and 10 now from the 18-yard line as they move up half the distance to the goal with that pass interference call. Let's see what Reese has got here. Play action again. Majeski, good blocking. This one is to...
Oh, wow.
Almost one-handed there. Looking for a pass interference call is Luke Bentley, and he is just unable to hang on to that one. I mean, that's a really tough one to hang on to regardless. One-handed there in the back of the end zone looking like Tyler Lockett, but couldn't do it there.
Yeah, I actually almost thought he had it for a second, but it was just out of his reach. Reese threw just a little bit too high for the massive wide receiver, Luke Bentley.
I'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Mountain Vista. No halfbacks in the backfield. This is definitely going to be a pass play unless we see a jet sweep here, which it is. Oh, he took it himself, confused me nonetheless, and Reese is just stopped for nothing. Did not fool Eaglecrest, but fooled me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was either a read option play or just a design QB run, but if it was a read, I think Marquise Reese definitely should have given it to Brooklyn Bailey for a chance for him to get out the outside, as we know how explosive and athletic he is. And it is now 3rd down and 9 for the Mount Vista Golden Eagles. Mount Vista, two wide receivers on either side of Reese with one halfback.
Here's Reese. He'll take the snap. Looking deep. Pressure coming. Rolls out right. Finding Bentley. It's picked off in the end zone. Eaglecrest with a clutch defensive play there. That was Jeremy Ballaruno right there on that interception. Let's take a look at this replay here. Just completely read the coverage. Reese was in trouble, and he took advantage of it, and Eaglecrest has turned the momentum of this game all the way around.
Yeah, that was about the same thing that happened on Marquise Reese's first interception. He rolled out to his right, panicked, and tried to force a throw downfield. But I thought he might have had Bentley there, but the defensive back, Balleruna, was able to make a great play on the ball and jumped right in front of it for a pick. And he went down on a knee in the end zone, which would be a touchback for the Eaglecrest Raptors. Yeah,
definitely a very huge play for Eaglecrest. And instead of it being a touchdown, because it almost was, instead, Eaglecrest has got the ball with the chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Raptors take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line.
Yeah, Sam, Eaglecrest gets the ball with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They need a touchdown here to stay in the game.
Yeah, I mean, and there's still a lot of time, though, but you definitely want to get some points up before the third quarter's over. As this one is handed off, it'll be Sorrell. It'll gain about 2 to 3 yards there. I'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yep, once again, this Mountain Vista defense stands strong on first down, preventing a big chunk play from the run game. It's going to be, a gain of 3 for the Eaglecrest Raptors, bringing 2nd and 7 with the ball on their own 23-yard line.
Let's see what Eaglecrest got here on 2nd down. Handoff here. Rolling left is Sorrell. I apologize for not being able to talk there. Seems like he might be injured on the sideline is Sorrell. That's one of the star players for Eaglecrest. Can't let that injury happen there. Just a gain of 1 there on the run. Good creative run, but Vista's defense is just too athletic.
Yeah, he was ultimately tackled by number 3, Caden Gracia, but that play was really highlighted by number 5, Dupree Joseph Jennings. He ran past his blocker and was able to hit Clyde Sorrell behind the line, stopping his momentum, allowing for Ingracia to force him out of bounds for a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 9 now for Eaglecrest. They need this one. Handoff here, play action, pressure coming, rolling right, looking deep, and he can't get that is Steiner there on the floater as the pressure by Sam Bauer there causes that incompletion, brings 4th down.
Yeah, I really like that from the Mount Vista defensive line. The linebackers that are over the middle of the field did not commit to Will Brinkman too early, forcing him to overthrow his wide receiver. And it looks like, the punt team will be out for Eaglecrest with Bailey set to receive at around his own 50. Punt a little high. Oh, and the punter will be tackled. Wow, that's a really weird play. The punter tried to shovel past it up to number 15, Max Deshevic, but there's some confusion on the field if it was a fumble or an incomplete pass. Either way, it will be Mount Vista's ball at inside the 20-yard line of Eaglecrest.
Yeah, just another controversial call for these refs. They're getting a really, really hard time out there.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it on our broadcast, but on the last play on 3rd down, the Mountain Vista fan section was absolutely shaking the stadium, including our press box. Just an electric showing from the student section, proving that why home field advantage is such a big thing in all sports, even high school.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky to be the 3 seed. I mean, honestly, or at least just my opinion, we should be higher up on that list. We've had such a dominant season so far. I mean, of course, from that one close game against Liberty, but just dominant all the way around. Just awaiting this call here. Just could be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, I believe, on Mountain Vista, so they'll push them back, but the Golden Eagles will still keep the ball.
Just another really dumb penalty from the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles, putting them from about the 15 of the Eaglecrest all the way back to the 30. No points are guaranteed here, Sam.
Yeah, I completely agree. We'll see 1st and 10 now for the Golden Eagles.
2 wide receivers out to the left of Marquise, nobody on the right side.
Low snap here, handed off to Collister on the right side, almost tripped up. Oh, it's stripped and fumbled! I think Eaglecrest got it. That was Javon Jones there on the strip.
It appears that Callister was able to jump back on his own fumble. He actually broke a tackle and did have a chance to get back up the middle of the field, but unluckily, Javon Jones was able to strip the ball out, keeping maybe a large play from the Mount Vista offense.
Yeah, Eaglecrest has had so many opportunities where they could just create a turnover, and they haven't been able to do that. 2nd and 13 now. Eaglecrest showing blitz. Seems like an audible here from the Golden Eagles. And then Eaglecrest audibles back in exchange. Let's see the play here. Drops back as Reese, looking deep, bullet pass. Can't find Joseph Jennings deep down the field on the bullet pass. Good coverage right there by Cameron Bell, as that causes an incompletion, 3rd and 13.
Yeah, Sam, look, that to me looked like a miscommunication in the routes between Joseph Jennings and Reese. It looked like Reese was expecting him to cut to the outside while Joseph Jennings was cutting into the inside. Just another sloppy mistake from this offense that we are not used to seeing.
So instead of being a huge gain there, it's going to be 3rd and 13 now. Big play for Mountain Vista, and you know this isn't field goal range for Garrett Looney's offense. They're going for it if they don't get this.
Sim, any field goal range for this team?
No. Here's Reese. Bullet pass again. He's got a man. That is Luke Bentley there at the 15-yard line with the coverage all over him, and the Golden Eagles get this first down and move the chains.
Bentley, the junior wide receiver, having an outstanding day today after having that long touchdown in I believe the first quarter. Just caught one of the biggest plays of this game yet so far.
So now, huge play for Mountain Vista brings up first down.
Yep, clock winding down. We are at about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Brooklyn Bailey out wide to the left on an island yet again.
Here's Reese with Majeski in the backfield. He'll toss it to him. He goes right, and he is pushed forward for a solid gain. It's going to be Cooper Shaw there on the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Some impressive blocking from the Mount Vista tight ends and wide receivers on the right side, but the Eaglecrest defense was still managed to tackle him for about a gain of 5, I'd say. Yeah, Majeski made a nice spin move inside to turn a play that ultimately looked like it was going to be 0 yards into a good, solid gain on first down.
All right, so 2nd and 6 now. I completely agree with you, JT. Majeski's very elusive back. Takes a lot from his brother as well, Austin Majeski, who's doing pretty well right now in college.
Oh, a false start from the Mount Vista Golden Eagle offensive line. Just another penalty on this line, which we are normally not used to seeing, I'd say, Sam. They are a pretty disciplined group of players.
Yeah, pretty resilient offensive line there, but there's been so many penalties, I should say, Mount Vista's had today. It's been really tumultuous day, but they got the lead right now, and they're looking to score more before the end of the third quarter. Reese drops back, looking for a receiver. He's got Bailey on the left side, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Eaglecrest.
I don't know about the good coverage on that one, Sam. It looked like the Eaglecrest defensive back, number 4, Cy White, it looked like a lot of contact right there after the 5-yard limit. But even with all that contact, Brooklyn Bailey was still almost able to catch that ball for a touchdown. Just shows how athletically gifted he is.
Yeah, definitely. I did see a little bit of grabbing there.
Forcing a field goal for this game has been, Sam.
It sure has, and now Mountain Vista is deep in the red zone, looking for this. Oh!
It looks like they're going to let...
No, I believe that despite that penalty, they were not far enough to get the first down. So Mountain Vista was looking to bring on the field goal unit, but it will only eventually lead to the end of the third quarter, and we will probably not see that kicking unit get onto the field. Your score at the end of the third quarter is 14-0. Vista's put some more points up on the board, but not good out of reach yet for Eaglecrest to come back into this one. We'll be back with the end of with the start of the fourth quarter after this.
Also in the third quarter, Fairview 36, Arapahoe 21. Valor against Erie. In the third quarter, Valor 35, Erie 14. 7-seed Pine Creek 18, Mullen 14. And the only game that's going to final tonight, who will play the winner of this game, number 6 seed Arvada West, knocked off Grandview 31-15.
So Mountain Vista's able to bring out this field goal unit. Here's the kick. It's up and down through the middle. We don't usually see that field goal unit whatsoever, but the Golden Eagles put some more points up on the board. It's 17-0.
Yeah, although a field goal is not what the Mount Vista Golden Eagles offense obviously wants to do, but that still makes it a 3-possession game, which could ultimately be huge, especially since that missed field goal for Eaglecrest early in the game could come back to bite them, but we will see.
It sure does right now. I mean, it looks like they got no points, but their offense has been pretty good this season, or tonight, I should say. But I believe they missed the field goal. I thought it was right down the middle, but I guess not.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like they did miss it too. Or they made it, sorry. Handoff. Oh, a QB keeper.
It'll be a quarterback sneak. Caden Gracia there on the tackle. That was a pretty good run there by William Brinkman.
Yeah, it was a read option. He pulled it, saw a lot of green grass on the left side, but Caden Gracia was able to close the distance and tackle him for about a gain of 4. So now it'll be 2nd and 6 from the Eaglecrest 24.
See what Eaglecrest got going here. We know how fast Brinkman is with his legs, and we'll continue that here. Second and 6 now. Brinkman drops back. Short pass it. That one is caught. The slot receiver Quincy Clayton there on the catch did a very good job of holding on to that one. It won't be enough for a first down, or correction, that will be enough for a first down as Eaglecrest will move the chains.
Yeah, I just believe that's like only the 2nd or 3rd completed pass Eaglecrest has had all game. The throw was a little iffy from Brinkman there, a little high, and number 3, Quincy Clayton had to make a very athletic catch there. And if he doesn't make that catch, we might be looking at a Mount Vista pick 6 from Brooklyn Bailey there. He was right behind him.
1st and 10 now for Eaglecrest with the addition of that first down. Takes a snap. Drops back. Looking left. He'll fire it deep. Almost caught right there by the shifty Cy White there, as he did a very, very good job of trying to outrun Vista's defense. Correction, that is Quincy Clayton there. Almost caught that one as he caught the previous one. Unable to find him there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the ball was just out of reach of Clayton right there. And Brinkman actually did quite a good job throwing it over the safety. I believe that was number 0, Quillian Gillick. But ultimately, it was an incomplete pass, and Vista gets away with that one. Correction, number 0, Lucas Conklin. I'm sorry about that.
2nd and 10 here. Finds on the slant is Steiner right there. It'll be a solid gain. It'll bring up 3rd and about middle.
There is a flag on the play, though. And it looks like Eaglecrest is going to be going backwards here.
Yep, it will be a holding call there. So they'll push him back more. It'll be a replay of the down, but they'll be further back.
Holding. Number 68 offense. 10 yards. 2nd down.
Yep, holding's been the name of the game here, Sam. Quite an ugly showing for both offensive linemen on terms of flags.
Second and 20 here for Eaglecrest. They need a big play.
3 out to the right, 1 wide receiver on the left. This is the most wide receivers we've seen on the field for Eaglecrest this entire game, Sam.
Takes the snap. Brinkman will take it himself. No one's there on the left side. And he'll be wrapped up. Can't outrun Mountain Vista's defense, so it'll be about 3rd and 20.
Yes, and that was one of the plays where I for sure thought it was a pass for Eaglecrest. A very rare occurrence, but ultimately they stuck with the run game and gave it to Brinkman, but it was not successful, leading to 3rd and 19 for this Raptors offense.
It's 3rd down and 19.
All right, so 3rd and 19 now for Eaglecrest. They got to get this one. It's the 4th quarter, down 2 scores. What can Eaglecrest do against this Golden Eagle defense? Drops back, pressure coming. almost wrapped up. That was Gillen Golick there on the pressure. That was a very, very quick blitz there by Gillen Golick, displaying his speed, and that'll force a fourth down.
Yeah, Brinkman just threw that like about 2 feet over the head of the running back Quincy Clayton. I'm sorry, Clyde Sorrell. So, incomplete pass, 4th and 19, and once again the Eaglecrest punt unit will be out there with, of course, Brooklyn Bailey set to receive at around his own 45.
Here's the punt. That one will sail out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
A little bit of unnecessary contact after the play, but no flags, so that's good. I'm not sure where they're going to mark this ball, because from our angle, it looked like the ball went out of bounds at around the 41, but it's all about where the ball crosses the out of bounds, not where it lands. Mount Vista has the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, penalties have been a real backbreaker for both these teams. And now Vista will look to extend their lead here in the fourth quarter. And this is just what you want to see, just a final blow, just to destroy Eaglecrest's hopes and move on to the next round.
Looks like a screen pass out here on the left. Joseph Jennings, yep.
You called it. Oh, but he's wrapped up quickly. Nowhere to go there.
Yeah, that formation wasn't fooling anybody, Sam. I'm going to be honest. They had 3 wide receivers out to the left and Joseph Jennings right behind them.
Jaden Bradley was there on the tackle. Take a look at this. You called the screen pass. Japri Joseph Jennings was there, but no one was blocking Bradley, and he just swallows him up in the backfield to make it 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Sam, Japri Joseph Jennings was almost getting tackled before he caught the ball. That's how obvious that play call was. We now have 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and a fullback and a halfback in the backfield.
Reese, he'll hand this one off to Collister. Breaks free from a couple tackles.
Oh, and he lost the ball, and it looks like Eaglecrest will have it.
Another fumble by Collister, and this one will be recovered by Sam Johnson. A costly mistake for the Golden Eagles, and Eaglecrest is looking to bring this game back into reach.
Yeah, just a halfback draw there for Collister, and he actually got he actually had a quite decent gain of about 4 or 5 yards there, and then the ball was just stripped free from him. I apologize for my inability to speak right there.
That's all right. We all got those. I'll bring up 1st and 10 now for Eaglecrest with finally good field position that we only saw in the first half.
Yeah, Mountain Vista has had plenty of opportunities to put this game away, but the offense keeps coming up with turnovers. They're really going to need to fix this offense if they ultimately win this game in advance next week, or to play next week.
Well, I believe it's Arvada West that we are playing next week. As Brinkman drops back, pressure coming. Golick absolutely reveals a blow to Brinkman, and he is seen stars right now. Gillen Golick there on the blitz, doing a really, really good job there of creating pressure.
There is a flag on the play, Sam. I believe they're going to get Brooklyn Bailey here for a pass interference. It looked like he was holding on to the wide receiver at the end there. So, yeah, just another sloppy penalty. I mean, as I've been repeating myself all day about that.
Yep, you called it. Exactly that, JT. Good eyes. And Eaglecrest gets a really, really good penalty in their favor, and they'll move the ball to the spot of the foul, and they'll get a first down.
Yep, Sam. Penalties. Just been an absolutely horrible showing for this defense and offense on both sides of the ball, and both teams. Sorry.
Brinkman, screen pass over. It's Steiner, and he is wrapped up quickly. Brooklyn Bailey there turns that foul call into a negative gain.
That's what we like to see from Brooklyn there. Such a short memory. As soon as he commits a penalty, he wants to make a next play out there. That's what separates good players from great players right there.
Yeah, short-term memory is the greatest kind of skill or trait you can have mentally as a player, because you can get upset all you want about a call that happened that could affect your team, but then you can't let that get to you for the rest of the game. So really, really good job right there by Bailey, just completely forgetting that and turning that around. 2nd and 13 now. Here's Brinkman awaiting the snap here. Play action, looking left. He fires on the slant to Steiner. He catches that one. Wrapped up by Japri Joseph Jennings, I believe. No, that was Holden Robinson there on the tackle, but will be enough for the first down, and it'll move the chains for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, that was just a great catch by Jack Steiner. Robinson had great coverage on there. He saw the slant route let develop and went up there to punch the ball out, but Steiner just out-aggressived him for it and was able to make the catch for a first down. Eaglecrest has a rare drive brewing out here.
It's actually not going to be a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short, but knowing Eaglecrest's run offense, they'll probably punch it in here, as here's the handoff. Oh, he's tripped up, unable to get that is Sorrell. Can't get the first down, and he'll bring up 4th and short.
He was absolutely blown up in the backfield and was lucky enough to stumble forward for about a gain of, I think they're going to call it 0. Oh, no, they're going to call it a loss of 1, Sam. Just a great play.
This is probably one of the biggest plays of the game right here for Eaglecrest. They got to get this first down, and if they don't, it's pretty much over.
Absolutely, Sam. This stadium is shaking right now. The Mount Vista student section is not letting up right now.
Quarterback, yeah, regardless of how far away the ball was, he still shouldn't be making that play, especially if the ball's out of reach. Yeah, this will be a costly penalty on Brooklyn Bailey if it is. And Cy White was the intended receiver there.
They ultimately call it holding on Brooklyn Bailey, not pass interference. So I believe that's only a 5-yard gain, but it will be first down and at about the 12-yard line of Mount Vista. So this is the best field position Eaglecrest has had all day. Heavy set in the backfield. 2 tight ends on the left.
And back to handoff to Sorrell, and he'll get to about the 6-yard line. He'll cut the field position in half to the end zone. Oh, turbo offense here. Bryce Bolton can't get into the play. Handoff here to Sorrell again, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go there. Went turbo offense and did not fool Mountain Vista.
Yes, and I believe that was Xavier Burrell getting that in the backfield quick to blow it up for a loss of 3 yards. It is now 3rd and... The scoreboard says 3rd and 7, but the ball is about on the 9, so I'm a little bit confused here.
It is correct what's on that scoreboard. 3rd and 7 here. He'll take it himself as Brakeman. He's blown up by Bolton.
Bolton wasn't able to check in that last play, but he immediately made an impact when he checked in this play, blowing him up for about they're going to call it a gain of 1, and the field goal unit will come out for Eaglecrest.
Colin Gozulak there on the tackle, I should say, and yeah, bringing on the field goal unit. A little interesting. They still have over 5 minutes left with all 3 timeouts, but we'll see what they do here.
Correction, they do have the offense out here. I believe that's the right call.
Yeah,
you can't settle for a field goal. A field goal doesn't really do much here, Sam.
Especially down by 14. You got to score here. Takes the snap. Looking. Corner of the end zone. Can't find a receiver.
Brinkman just absolutely sailed that ball out of the end zone. You got to at least give your receiver a chance to catch the ball there.
Can't find Clayton. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and Mountain Vista's excited. The defense, with a good stop there, stops Eaglecrest. All right, so Vista now starting deep in their own territory here. Can't afford any mistakes. This run is over to the side. It's Collister, and he'll fight for maybe about 2 to 3 yards there. He'll bring up 2nd and long.
Sam, I believe that was number 4, Dylan Dunbar, but yeah. It looked like he had an opportunity to cut that up the field, but he still opted to go out to the left. So they're gonna call it a gain of, I believe, 0. I think it was, no, sorry, a gain of 3.
Waiting for that scoreboard to update. Yeah. No, I completely get that. It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. They're just so deep in their own territory, they can't afford a big mistake like a safety here would completely destroy Vista's lead.
Yet again, the jumbo set. Just a handoff.
Yeah, they want to.
There's Callister. No, sorry, Madreski, number 10.
They want to play safe with the ball here. Don't want to do anything crazy like a giant deep pass and then get sacked. That's a very smart play right there. But on the handoff by Majeski, and it is enough for, I believe, a first down. No, it'll be. Yes, it will be a first down as Vista will move the chains.
Yes, and the Golden Eagle offense just needs a couple more first downs in order to finish this game out with a win. I'd say about 2 or 3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that next game, if Vista ends up moving on, will be against Arvada West. I mean, they're a pretty strong team themselves. Handoff here to Majeski. They're kind of just trying to milk the clock here. Solid gain of about 6. That's the type of running you need out of this Vista running back. Oh, bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, just a great solid run. Mountain Vista has been known for the past couple years actually for being a pass-first offense, but when we get to situations like this, the running game has been more than capable of getting the job done. Going back to what you said earlier, Sam, if Mountain Vista does end up winning this game, which it looks like they will be, we will be playing the number 6 Arvada West Wildcats, who have one of the best offenses in the state, I believe. So our offense will need to be able to step up and perform like how we're used to in order for us to advance to the semifinals.
I completely agree. It is a timeout called on Mountain Vista. Second and 3 here for Mountain Vista. Let's see what they got. Reese hands it off once again. Looks like it'll be Majeski. He won't get to the first down. It'll be a gain of 1 as he reaches out with that extra arm.
Yeah, Sam. And Eaglecrest does elect to take a timeout, going up on Mountain Vista 3rd and 2.
Yeah, very smart timeout there. Want to have some time left because Mountain Vista is just going to keep running the ball until they get stopped, I should say. So smart time out there to stop the clock.
Yeah, Sam, coming in with some quick score updates. With no surprise here, Cherry Creek winning 56-7 over Fountain Fort Carson High School in only the 3rd quarter. No surprise, as they are obviously the front runner for the state championship here. Arapahoe, after starting off ahead 21-14 against the Fairview Knights, has fallen behind 57-21, looking like Fairview will advance after this round. And now we have the Mountain Vista offense out there.
Yeah, thank you, JT. Those updates are really important. Arvada West was lucky enough to play before the rest of these games as Dunbar sneaks through the rest of the offense and defensive line of respective teams, and that is actually Hudson Majeski. Will get a first down and a lot more.
Yeah, he's been absolutely explosive this last series, and although it might seem like Vista already won this game before this drive started, you cannot rule out an Eaglecrest comeback if they go 4 and out, or 3 and out, excuse me. So his runs have been a very key part of this game, although it might not seem like it to the viewers at home.
So 1st and 10 now here for Mountain Vista with the first down from Majeski. Reese. He'll hand this one off to Majeski. He'll spin around and around for about 3 yards.
Yep, runs like that will get it done around here. We have I think they're going to take it down to the 2-minute warning.
Obviously, there. I'm a little surprised why the clock isn't stopping. Usually you would see that 2-minute warning call there, but not the case here. Seems like the clock will just continue to run.
Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are, Sam.
It's more of like a college or NFL kind of ruling. I don't think they do that in high school.
Yeah. This is taking their sweet time, of course, and it is a handoff to Madreski, and he cuts upfield for about a gain of 1 or 2 yards, Sam.
Yeah, definitely trying to fight through that dog pile there. Nice solid run. Majeski's been the reliable back, especially since Collister has 2 fumbles today. Just not the type of day he wanted, but usually we see Brody Collister explode and have really, really good games. So he's kind of, I'd say he has like bipolar games, I'd say. Like either really good or not so good.
Yeah, Sam, I completely agree with that. Brody Collister is one of the most athletic and explosive players in this team, but I feel like Coach Lindy's decision to not have him in this series is crucial, considering he's already fumbled twice this game, which is okay. Everyone has bad games, but you got to play it safe, especially in the playoffs with such a close lead.
Timeout called by Mountain Vista just as soon as they were about to end the game. Seems like Looney has no mercy and wants to score.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that call right there by Looney. We got to keep a sportsmanlike and be humble, as karma can always come back to bite you, but it looks like Mount Vista will end up winning this game. A few more score updates. We have the 4-seeded Legend Titans barely winning against the, I believe, 13-seeded Fort Collins Lambkins 27-21 at the start of the 4th quarter. We also have Valor Christian winning 49-13 against Erie, and Ralston Valley is winning 35-6 against Columbine High School.
Yeah, and you said earlier that Valor and Erie were tied at one point, and now not anymore. Valor exploded out of the gates after that. Of course, as rivals, we don't want to see that, but nonetheless, congrats to Valor. Also, Ralston Valley, a team that is seated higher than us, as well as Cherry Creek, both getting wins. They'll be interesting to see later in these playoffs. Handoff here to Majeski on the right side. Breaks free. Got enough for the first down on 3rd down. They'll move the chains, and that should do it.
Yeah, it looks like Mount Vista will ultimately scrape out this win. Not a very impressive showing from either offenses, which is very surprising for Mount Vista, considering they are probably the 2nd best offense in the state, obviously behind the powerhouse Cherry Creek, which we will only face if we make it to the coveted state championship.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we even get there, because we've had pretty unfortunate circumstances in these playoffs so far, but hopefully this is the year.
Yeah, Sam, I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs, and I feel like we have the best chance to beat Cherry Creek as Marquise Reeks takes the knee to end this game. Obviously, we'd like to thank Eaglecrest for coming out here and playing us. A huge congratulations to their seniors for ending their high school football career, and that's obviously very sad.
Yeah, but nonetheless, a very, very good game all around on the defensive side of things. Of course, huge plays from Luke Bentley, and Eaglecrest defense really, really stepped it up today. They gave us a scare, and we should be worried for Arvada West, especially since they're a much better team than Eaglecrest, and we struggled against Eaglecrest tonight. Your final score for tonight, Mount Vista 14, the Eaglecrest Raptors 0. We want to thank Alex Davis, Liam Hogan, JT alongside me, and I'm Sam Derscheller, and we wish you all a very good night.
There are trash cans at the bottom of the staircase. Please take your own trash and help out the Young Investors Club, who is cleaning up the stadium tonight. We really appreciate Nick wants to go home early tonight. His final time shutting off the lights, help Nick out, clean up the stadium.